Good morning, jewellery makers. How are you? So nice to be back. It's Monday. We're bright and we're breezy. Oh, it is the last Monday in January. Last Monday in January. So that spring season is getting closer. I tell you what, I can't wait. I'm so sick of the winter. Me and winter, we're done. I'm sick of being cold. I'm sick of the wet. I'm sick of the frost now. I know we've only had it for a little while, but still, I want it to be spring now, don't you? Don't you? Well, I tell you what, like a little ray of sunshine, and you are looking very spring-like this morning. We've got the lovely Jan. How are you, Jan?
Yeah, I'm good. Really good.
We were talking about how lovely you look in green.
Oh, thank you.
You do. It's definitely your colour.
Right.
Definitely your colour. What season do you like, Jan, the most?
I like spring. I think spring is lovely. It's a new beginning, isn't it? And
it is.
Yeah, I love that.
It is.
Love summer. Love a bit of
yeah,
sunshine.
and me. Well, do you know, it's funny, you saying that, because Martha was saying in my ear, as we were both talking about spring there, come on, you're lying if it's not summer. Well, yeah, generally, spring, summer, I mean, if that could be one season, just because it starts being, everything's a little bit more fresh and warming and everything like that. I drove past the lovely Amelia this morning, cycling to work, and I was like, oh, Amelia.
It was 9 degrees.
9 degrees, Amelia. Is that warm for you?
Yes, very warm.
That's warm for you.
Yes.
I knew it was you because you had your little backpack on. I always feel ever so guilty overtaking you because I'm like, shall I stop?
Yeah.
Shall I stop and give her a lift? But you were very close, actually. You were very close. We've got so much coming up today. I'm really, really excited. Not only is Jan I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again, Jan. I've said it once, but I'm going to say it again. I think the best jewellery that I've seen, and I don't know how long, that you have created. Absolutely amazing pieces of jewellery. I mean, the rings that you've got coming up in the next kit.
It's fabulous kits. I loved working with
Oh,
both kits are brilliant.
both kits.
But rings for me is my things.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed making the rings.
Oh, and you've got connectors which we've never seen before.
The first kit is amazing. We've got sort of these amazing spacer beads. We've got these connectors we've not seen before.
Oh,
lovely.
Fab, fab, fab. And what about this? Right, this is a star buy which is coming up in 45 minutes time. So if you're thinking about dropping the kids at school, then literally they might have to be late this morning just because I don't think you're going to want to miss out on this. Now, it's a magnetic connector stroke pendant, really. Absolutely beautiful. We're talking about spring. It's kind of got that sort of daffodil-like shape. We're talking substantial sterling silver here. This is a big statement piece. If I just hold it up against my hand, you can just see how much it is. 47 by 32 millimetres. I mean, look at that gorgeous luster. Look at the curves of the petal. If I turn that round, here's where the magnet is. So it literally lifts up, so it can loop over any chain or also be used into any bracelet or even ring design. I've never seen anything like it, and I do think that this is a real turning point for Jewellery Maker, because this is where I think we step into sort of designer elements. I think this is very, very, very designer chic and a huge content of sterling silver. Coming up in 45 minutes, so please don't go anywhere. Stop permitting, I want to get that as well because I think it's amazing. Now, 45 minutes time. But before that, we've got loads to bring you. We've got a wonderful designer inspiration. Okay, as soon as I get this out, people are going to be on those phone lines. Got a big quantity. Are you ready? It is the Beadsmith bracelet sizer. Never seen it before. Now, we've set ours up, obviously. It literally has got sort of a sticky tape, I suppose, at the back, which you assemble. Creates this cone-like shape, and you can actually see all the different measurements. So fantastic for those of you that do craft fairs. Amazing for those of you that do special commissions. Amazing for those of you, really, that thought, you know what, I want to know what my exact ring bracelet size rather is. Jan, have you ever used this before?
I've not, personally I haven't used it. To be honest with you, I've not been able to get it.
There we go.
Because it's really, really useful. I would like say for sizing up. If you're doing a charm bracelet or something, you get exact same.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
size. But also, you could leave that on there and work from it as well.
That's a good point.
You know,
because it is sturdy.
handy. Yeah.
We're not talking a flimsy bit of paper here.
No.
This is sort of reinforced, if you like. It's polished vinyl. Now, this is what I'm interested in down here, because you know what? An anklet is something. We're generally quite different shapes and sizes, aren't we? And in particular on the ankle, Some people have wider ankles than others. Some people have more slender ankles. So you do need to have those variations. And I do think this spring and summer, anklets are going to be absolutely huge. Nothing more slimming than an anklet.
No.
But it's
Looks
got
really
to fit
elegant.
properly.
Yeah.
It's got to fall down rather than be tight around the ankle. If it falls down on the actual feet, around the feet itself, very, very, very slimming. So yeah, great way of commissioning jewellery.
And a great variation of sizes. Well, it goes from the really, really small sizes, which could be sort of children's bracelets.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
straight
children's
through
bracelets.
to, like you say, anklets and.
So like your christening bracelets and things like that.
perfect.
So it goes from 4 inches right the way down to 12.5 inches. So if our guest designer, Jan, being a prime example, hasn't actually been able to get hold of this, then shining example of just how popular this is. We knew it was going to be popular. I knew the moment you saw the graphics and the item, there was going to be we were going to be inundated, and we certainly are. Hello to you, Louisiana, Arlene, Yvonne. Hello to you, Alison, Kathy, Mary, Angela. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. It's a useful bit of kit, isn't it? It's a really useful bit of kit.
It is useful, and like I say, for me, if I'm doing a charm bracelet or something, that would be an ideal thing to put it onto to work from. So I would always have that on my workbench ready, you know, to go from.
Yeah, I think it's something that takes you from a jewellery maker to somebody, a professional jewellery maker, having these sort of, rather than just a bit of paper, which is what some jewellers do actually use, sort of strips of A4 paper, so you wrap it round. But there is, this might sound ridiculous, but there is a certain amount of give within paper, so they're not absolutely accurate. This is an accurate way of actually taking those measurements, and like I said, it certainly looks professional. It certainly looks the part. I've never been able to bring this to you previously, and I absolutely love it. And I think it's, like I said, very, very. Let's turn it round actually. Professional looking, because it shows you there how to assemble it. There's a little picture there how to assemble. You've got how to string your beads, etc. Make adjustments. You know, it's got it all on there. 6 inches, and you've got your centimeters as well. So if you're thinking in centimeters or also in your inches, and also how to actually size the wrist piece itself. This is cool.
It's really good. I think it comes flat, doesn't it? And then all you do is you sort of bend it around, and it's got its own little sticky strip on there.
Yes.
But once it's actually put together, you know, sort of held together, really sturdy.
It's not going anywhere, is it? No, absolutely. Like I said, it says peel, but this has been assembled for you. It isn't going anywhere. Yeah. We've got over 300,000 FIFA reviews, nearly, I should say. You know, and this is one, Anne-Marie in Yorkshire, very helpful. Great, absolutely, it is. It does exactly what it says on the tin, essentially. You know, it does those measurements for you. And again, to be able to go from child bracelets, sort of christening bracelets, right the way up to sort of your large gents bracelets, shall I say, or anklets as the case might be, really gives you a lot of variation. If you want to get in touch, we'd love to hear from you. Maybe you're using this right now. Maybe you've got one of these. You've been lucky enough to get hold of it, because I've never seen it previously before, and I've been back with Jewellery Maker since September. It's only ever been on 4 times, Martha is confirming. So, okay, is that 4 times in how long? Over 2 months. The reason for that is not because we're deliberately reining it in and holding it back from you. It's because it comes on and it sells out straight away. So definitely grab it whilst you can. Postage and packaging, just the one per day. So irrespective of the fact that this is quite a big bulky item, it doesn't come like this. It is obviously comes flat, so you assemble it yourself, but very, very easy. There is literally a sticky, you peel off the sticky.
Put your teeth in now.
The sticky strip at the back, and then assemble it like so. Let's bring that price tag in for you, $6.95. I mean, that's a super affordable price.
That's an amazing price, because, like you say, I mean, really, really useful.
Yeah.
Sizing bracelets, working from. But also, if you've got some nice silk, you could put it across that. You could display your bracelets on it as well if you're doing craft fairs.
That's a good point. Maybe some nice, I don't know, chiffon or
just drape it over there, put the bracelets and anklets at the bottom, and then the bracelets as they go up in size.
That's a really nice idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice idea. And a great way, like I said, of actually sizing for children too. For children, because, you know, christening bracelets and things like that would be just amazing to be able to commission. Michelle in County Durham just said, to my other half last night that I can't do without this anymore. Do you have the necklace sizer too? We have got that coming up later on in the morning. When's that? Yeah, can we ask Rob? Because he did say about it. Michelle, we'll find out what, but it is coming up this morning. Yeah, definitely. So you can get the bracelet, but you can also get the necklace one a little bit later on. And thank you for texting in, Michelle, because I think this is another example of when you've got something, you think, how have I ever done without it up until now? How have I ever managed without it up until this point? It's one of those tools you don't realise you need until you've had it.
No, and it's such a simple idea as well, isn't it? It's such a simple piece of kit, but does such a great job.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've got the bracelet mantles and things, but they don't size them. They haven't got sizes
Oh,
on
no.
them. So for this is, it's brilliant. Brilliant piece of kit.
But, you know, if you've got the bracelet mandrel, which is a big, it's kind of like a sort of rolling pin, if you like, but sort of obviously the bracelet shape, that's for actually creating your pieces of jewellery. And you can use this as well if you wanted to, but it doesn't actually size it, so quite rightly said. So many of you there. Well done. Yvonne, Arlene, Louisiana, Kathy, Multi-Buying, Alison, Susan, Frida, Michelle, Patricia, Joanne, Julie, Belinda, Chantal, hello to Nuala, hello to Carol. Lots of you with me. Stay on those phone lines. Well done, well done, well done. Loads more to see. Big labradorite. Oh, look at the size of these. They're beautiful. I've seen this before. I'm pretty sure I've been lucky enough to bring this. Oh, my word.
Wow, gosh.
Look at the labradescence from a distance. Look, look, look. Oh, look at the quality of labradescence that is coming from. And I'm not just going to show you one or two. It's across the entirety of these gorgeous, gorgeous gemstone strands. Now, labradorite, a stunning phenomena gemstone. What makes a gemstone a phenomena gem? Well, it's exactly this. It's the way it provides an optical effect. In labradorite's case, that optical effect is tiny, tiny, tiny inclusions, micro inclusions, which trap and play with the light. And when they are encased, I suppose, within the gemstone, they perform this amazing amount of labradescence, flashes of all different colours, from blues to greens to yellows to coppers. Just absolutely fascinating. The more labradescence that you have, the higher the quality of the actual gemstone itself. I mean, the fact that we've got within just this one, the size, the sheer volume and size of this labradorite pendant on its own, and it looks like it has got a light going on and off within, you know, sort of the northern lights encased. Type of the feldspar family. This wonderful gemstone is incredibly visual. So those of you that like something which really creates a performance, maybe like, you know, I don't know, a firework display, or if you're over in America, sort of the 4th of July, then this is the gemstone for you. It's always been a firm favourite here at Jewellery Maker. You've always absolutely loved it, and I'm going to say it again. I say it every single time that we bring you examples like this, of this degree, of this quality. It's getting better and better and better and better and better, and that is pure and simply because of our immense buying power. You don't see labradorite display such visual colours every single day outside of these 4 walls, most certainly. And you certainly don't see it at the prices that we are able to bring it to you at. Now, this is what you look for. You want those wonderful kaleidoscope of colours, the spectrum colours within, and you will get the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the blues and the greens. It's all there. But the top colours of the spectrum are actually the rarest colours, and that's referring to the distance, the wavelengths that the actual colours have to travel to meet the eye. Without getting too technical, are you seeing blush reds? Are you seeing beautiful pinks? Are you seeing purpley tones, apricots almost? Well, that's astonishingly exciting when it comes to this gemstone. I mean, just one of these, Jan, don't you think? One of these wire wrapped in an amazing pendant or ring or whichever is going to be a real feature piece.
They're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? I mean, I've been looking at the screen to look at all that beauty, but I can see it from here, looking across the room, and the way you're moving them there. They're just absolutely beautiful. And just one of those with a bit of simple wire wrapping would look gorgeous.
Absolutely. And it doesn't, you know, I'm not deliberately orientating or moving this gemstone to try and show off labradescence. All I'm doing is literally just rocking it back and forth, and so you can actually see the light. That's the light cascading across the surface of the gemstone and bringing you its natural optical effect. And again, turn it round on both sides and you'll see, oh, look at the purples there. Do you see that?
Wow.
See that wonderful purple? Just incredible. It's not me deliberately trying to sort of, right, okay, if I have to hold it this way or keep it really still to get the labradescence. It's doing that on its own accord. Look at those flashes of Paraiba. Can you see that kind of turquoisey colour coming through? Very, very, very rare, hugely exciting, and they are big and sizable, right the way up to 35 by 28 millimetres in dimension, and of course that checkerboard faceting, so added lustre on top of the colour with this gorgeous, gorgeous strand. Let's bring you this amazing price point. Let's bring you this gorgeous strand, have it in your home within the next few days for just £19.95. Now, I know that people that are new to Jewellery Maker might be thinking, well, hang on, look at the size of that carat weight. Surely you have to pay extra in terms of its delivery and postage. No, not the case. £2.95 once throughout the course of the day. Every item comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. If you're not happy with your purchase, send it back to us and we will return it. Live message into the studio. Thank you and a very good morning. Morning. Could I ask where the labradorite comes from, please? Let me just see. Is it Indian? Wow. Fantastic. Okay, Indian labradorite. Labradorite formed in different locations around the world. Canada is where it was originally sourced, but originally discovered, I should say. But yeah, you can find it in all different locations around the world. So this is Indian labradorite. Actually, don't see Indian labradorite that frequently. So absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
and of course, we have got gem hunters and gem buyers and connections all over. So if anyone's going to be privy and able to buy quality gemstone examples such as this, excuse me, it's going to be us, isn't it? Well done. Loads and loads and loads of you there. It is time for our first kit. And it's called Peacock Perfection. Just have a little sip of my tea. Got a tickle in my throat. I don't slurp. Do you know what? It's one of my pet hates, that. Slurping and smacking of the lips. I hate that. I won't say. I'll have a grumble to myself, but I won't actually say anything. What's that, Martha? What's the face that I do? Well, Tom tells me my better half actually says that it's quite obvious when I'm. He says you can't hide it, particularly now I'm pregnant. He's like, it seems to be magnified. I was like, what? So basically, you're saying that I'm tetchy. You're like, so what are you saying? I'm tetchy. Probably my face is probably like that. What's your pet hate, Jan?
Whistling.
Whistling?
I hate whistling. I've got a real about whistling. I know it's weird, but I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Wolf whistles I'm okay with, obviously.
Deb says also my two pet hates as well, Elle. No, it's horrible, isn't it? I just want to go. There's a right. Someone springs to mind, and I'm like, I can't sit next to him, Deb, when I'm eating or something like that. A certain person springs, so I can't sit next to him. I have to move, just because I know I'm like, oh God. There is no need for it, is there? Sorry, Martha. Martha's like, can you get back to the kit, please? Okay, I am excited because I've never seen these connectors before and they're beautiful, aren't they?
I've not seen them before. They are really lovely, really detailed, really elegant.
They're so high-end.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Can I just show you these? Right, hang a second. Martha, what's this kit going to? I'd pay it for these connectors. These are beautiful. Now, these are 20 by 9 millimetres. 10 millimetres in the middle. I'm guessing that's where we're talking about. So the actual diameter of it. Look at these, aren't they beautiful? You've kind of got like a snake skinny effect.
Yeah, they're really, really pretty.
A little bit kind of mock croc, isn't it? I love them. I've never seen them before. They're very, very, very designer. Of course, you can see the attached S-clasp on there, which you can take on or take off. These connectors alone, the price of this entire kit with the, hang on a second, I didn't even see those. We've got them as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what this kit is going to, Jan?
I don't.
Wait, just you wait, Jan.
I'm waiting.
Jan,
Amazing.
seriously, I'd pay it for this. I'd pay it for the connectors on their own, but I mean, this is I didn't even know these were included. You've also got your spacer beads, 2 tubes of, and these are the big sizes. Are we getting 2 tubes? Or are we getting 1?
We had 2.
Either or, whether it's 1 or it's 2, we'll find out. 320 pieces. And they're so you are getting the 2. You're getting both.
Amazing.
I'm not. I almost went into just shake it. No, I won't do it. But you're getting both tubes and these gorgeous connectors. I mean, there's designer-esque pieces of jewellery right there. This is an amazing kit. Totally concur with you, Martha. Not even done there. I'll pop those just here so you can actually see. You've also got your Zari thread. Now, in the regular purple, this is a spiral pattern. Can you see that? There's 100 metres here. 100 metres of this. And then you got this gorgeous, jazzy purple and silver. 125 metres, and the same with that lovely aqua blue. Now, these are 0.5 millimetre, so can you thread with these through most gemstones?
Yeah, they go through, because they're 0.5. So any threads that you normally use at that diameter, yeah, perfect.
There we go.
I've not seen them in that two-tone colour
No,
before.
I've not either. I've not either. It's lovely.
And that'd be great, sort of kumahi mode, because you'd get that graduation of the colour as well, wouldn't you?
Shall I unravel one
Do you
for a
want to have a look
second?
at one of these? Because these are open.
Oh, thanks, Jan.
That's the blue one.
Thanks, Jan. And by the way, you look like you've
There you go.
hardly dented it.
Yeah.
Let me just open one of those out. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll wrap it over my hand. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's lovely and strong.
It is very strong.
Just wrap it around my hand so you can actually see that graduation of colour and how it actually singles itself out to be. Isn't that lovely? So you could kumihimo, macrame,
Yep.
bead.
Yep, you can knot with it. I've used it to weave in this particular kit with the beads, but yeah, anything. You do anything with it.
So that is what you've just said, just gives us an indication that we're still not done on the kit, by the way. We're still not done. There is still so much more to bring you. Amazing gemstones. I can't believe the kit is going to what it is actually going to. Absolutely stunning. Thanks, Jan.
No
Now, let me just pop that by there. 2 strands of amazing pearls and a natural hematite in beautiful little hearts. Such nice shapes, and the sizes as well work wonderfully against one another. Show you the hematites first. So these are natural. It's a very sort of metallic look with hematite as a gemstone. Very cool to the touch also. The fact that they are those beautifully faceted hearts. There's 80 carats in total, and these are 6 millimetres. So lovely. So perfect for time, in time for Valentine's Day, aren't they?
They're really lovely, aren't
They are. But they're quite contemporary. Hematite is quite a contemporary looking gemstone.
Yeah, because you've got that metallic sort of element to it as well, haven't you? That look. They're really, really lovely.
Yeah, they
Hearts
are.
are always popular as well, aren't they?
Always popular. I don't think that's ever going to change. Then how about we bring you some beautiful Tahitian-esque. I'm not saying they are Tahitian, but they have got that very definite sort of Tahitian colour behind them. Beautifully reflective. The pearlescence on these, so flashes of pinks and blues and yellows. So stunning. And then also more. These are, 4 by 5 millimetres, and then we've got some silver Baroque pearls, which are 8 by 7 millimetres. Look at those for colour combination.
Beautiful,
No carat weight, obviously, because they are an organic gemstone. So organic gemstones are coming measurements, so like your amber, like your amylite. It's formed by a living organism, so you don't get carat weights. Can I just, I have to bring these connectors back in, because I don't think we've nearly talked about these enough. They're beautiful, aren't they? Getting 5. I'm looking at 5 pairs. Wait, so you're getting even more than these?
I only got two with my kit.
Silver plated, copper cord ends, with that lovely, lovely, lovely mock texture. Beautiful mock texture, and I'd use them as pendants.
They're lovely, aren't they?
So here we go. You are getting the 2. Everything that I've got on the screens here, this is what you're getting. So you're getting the 4 like this. So lovely, aren't they? Ignore what our website details are. They're not 5 pairs. You're getting the 2 pairs, definitely. I was going to say that's absolutely amazing. I don't think we'd have enough they'd sell out within seconds. But I mean, these are. They look like little lanterns, don't they?
They do. They're really details, and they're great if you've got sort of paracord. They'd be great for paracord because they're that nice size. Great for kumihimo. Great with the cord, but also just on their own. I mean, I've made earrings with them.
Yeah, I love those earrings.
And so there's, you know, you can make a pendant with them. They are really beautiful. All that detail on them is stunning.
Yeah, it's that, like I said, mock croc's the best way
really
to describe it. We're going to need to bring that price in because already they are flying, and I'm not surprised. Should be £43.60. I'm sure you'll all concur with me. You'll all agree that I'd happily pay that for the connectors alone. Don't forget, you're getting the 2 tubes, £24.95. Do you see what I mean, Jan?
Now I know the price. I see what you mean.
I'd pay that for those.
To get the spacer beads and those beautiful connectors, but you've got pearls in there.
Yeah.
You've got beautiful gemstones and yeah.
Oh, Jan, I mean, look at these. They're so lovely, so designer. And I'll say it again for the 3rd time this morning, and we're not even half hour into the show, Jan. Your pieces that you have created today, I do think are some of the best that I've seen, and I don't know how long.
Oh, thank you.
They are so professional. It's what you'd expect it's what you'd buy, and you do sell your jewellery,
Yeah.
so that's obviously why. I mean, look at these stunning earrings. That's using those connectors. Aren't they lovely? They're fantastic.
But for me, it was sort of a bit of step away from what I normally do, because with the weaving, it's sort of following a pattern, and I don't normally do patterns. I'm a bit more sort of organic, I like to call it. But for me, I had such a good time with it. Just sort of working out the patterns, and all of the designs that I've done, the weaving that I've done, they're all based on the ladder weave.
Really?
It's a really, really simple ladder weave, and I've just sort of embellished them.
Even with that bracelet where you've actually got the hematite heart, they look like they're on top.
They are. It's a simple ladder weave bracelet, and then I've used some beading thread just to sort of connect them on the top, literally sit them on the top.
Wow. It is absolutely flying, by the way, this kit. Huge quantities of people getting involved. So what is it that you're going to be demoing, my darling?
I'm going to show this sort of round section of this necklace.
Amazing. And don't forget, you get all the gemstones as well, and all of these spacers, and those amazing connectors, and the zari thread. Wow, okay. And you're using the actual thread that comes in the kit.
I am, and that's what I was going to say. I mean, kumihimo or macrame, they look beautiful, but I wanted to show how strong they are and use them as the threading material. And it's really nice, actually, because as you sort of go along, you see little flashes of the colour in between the beads.
Yeah.
And sort of the metallic element to it, and I think that really looks really pretty.
It does. When we were just on that shot there of the actual piece itself, your finished piece itself, you can see that aqua
you can see
tone
that blue
coming
sort
through.
of coming through, yes. So I quite like that.
Yeah,
I
do as well.
That was nice. Right, so to start that, as I say, it's all based on the simple ladder weave. So if I just sort of quickly go through that first for people who don't sort of know. So what you need to do, you need to take a good length of thread. I used at least a couple of metres. But for the demo purposes, just for this, I'm going to just use a short section. Thread on 4 of your beads. This is to start the ladder weave. And then what we're going to do, we're going to pass one side through the 4th bead. Okay? And bring it together. There. And then what you need to do is find the centre point. So you've got that 4 little sort of pattern there. Okay? And then what I actually did, I used a couple of darning needles because I just found it easier. If I just show you, I've just got a couple of darning needles, and I just found it easier to thread through the beads, which I'll use in a second, but just for this demo.
I was actually just thinking as well. Look how easy it goes through those two. You know, so if those for those that struggle to see drill holes in certain gemstones, the spacer beads have got a really large drill hole, haven't they?
You'll have no problem at all with these.
You're not going to be, you know, really struggling to see or fiddling around.
So what you do, now you've got your 4 there, you put one on each side, and then what we're going to do, we're going to take another one here, I'm going to put it on the left hand side, I'm going to pass the beading thread through there, or the thread that you're using, and then all you do is you pull that together, there. So that's the ladder weave technique. So all you need to do is repeat that, and I used, I've got it written down on a little piece of paper, 37 beads to get to this section. So we've got a section that's that long, 37 beads long, okay? And we finish at the top, so we've got 1 bead there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to shape that around. Again, like I say, it's a really, really easy technique. And now I've got some darning needles because we're going to be passing it through, back through the beads, okay? So now what we need to do is we need to put 1 on either side because we need to close up this gap, but we've got 1 at the end, so we need 1 on either side. And just say the holes in these beads, the thread's caught underneath there, look at that. Didn't want to come out. There you go. So we pop 1 on one side, 1 on the other. Get it off the needle.
Just wanted a bit of encouragement.
Okay. Yep, okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to bring that around, but the easiest way to do it is to pick it up, pop one of the needles through one way, let that go, take the other one through that way, and let that go. And what you're doing then effectively, it's like a beady bead, a bigger version of it. Okay, so you've got sort of like a tube there, okay? But when we put that flat on the board, you'll see that that sits and shapes like that, okay? So now what we need to do, we need to sort of firm it all up because this will be quite loose here. So if you're holding that in place, then what we can do is we can pass it through the beads next to it. Always sort of trying to pull that together. Okay.
So you're just basically making it all that little bit more secure,
Yeah,
I suppose.
that's exactly what
And
we're
again,
doing.
with this Zari thread, because it is that 5mm, sorry, 0.5mm gauge, you know,
Yeah.
it's quite secure anyway, but
It is.
you know, obviously you make your pieces you want it
But
to
the thing
have.
is, it's going to go through a few times, and what it's going to do, it's going to sort of build up this structure, and it's going to make the structure stronger.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily working on the fact that the Zari thread isn't strong enough, but it's actually making the structure itself strong enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So there's nothing wrong with that.
No, 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 no. So all I'm going to do is go through a few of them a few times, just so, there. So now what we're looking at doing is we want to work out, so we've got one coming out one side and one coming out the other side. So now we need to pop them down, there. So you see that's a nice round shape. Now the one you've got on the centre beads on this side, we're going to pass that through all of those beads. Because what we want to do is bring that centre piece in together, okay? So for me, this was quite nice because it was nice to have a pattern and to work to that pattern.
I was going to say, it's a bit different to what you normally do, because
Yeah.
you're normally sort of channel setting and
a bit more sort of free form. So,
Yeah.
so to work to a pattern was actually quite a nice change.
But goes to show as well, even when you step outside your comfort zone, I suppose, you know, goes to show that, you know, the amazing pieces that you can create. So never be thinking, right, well, I'm a wire worker specifically, or I do this and I do that, because, you know, as jewellery makers, you're talented. So you'll I guess, naturally pick up.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I think, and as you're watching sort of guest designers, and we all take inspiration from each other, you know, and like watching Sarah do some of her weaving pieces and things, it's you sort of pick up little bits and you think, yeah, you know, I'll have a go at that. And so for me, it was great to sort of have a go at something a bit different.
So lovely.
So what we've done, the thread that come out to the middle, I've gone through all of those centre beads and pulled them together.
Yeah.
So now that centre is secure, okay? But now I've done that, what I want to do is just go back through some of the other beads just to make that, fix that in place, if you like, okay? So I've just gone through a couple of beads, now that's coming out at this section. Now this one is here, coming out on the side. So what we need to do is go through one of the top beads. So now we're at that little point there, so we're coming out here. And what we're going to do, we're going to work around the outside now, okay? So for the first one, I'm going to pop on another bead and pop it through that side.
To the next one.
To the next one. And that's what we're going to do. And you work around, so you can put a bead in, but then at the bottom of the pendant, I was going to put a few gemstones in there. So if I just work around, and then I'll show you how we pop the gemstones in.
Okay, whilst Jan's working her way round, because that's
Okay.
something that, like I said, we've just seen now.
Thank you.
I've never seen this tool before. It's called, we actually source it from Your Artistic Wire, so a reputable company. It's from Beadalong, by the way, so those of you thinking Artistic Wire. This is Cone-tastic. Now, you've had a little play with this morning. Have you got my cones?
Yep. They're in there.
Oh, they're in there?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
I'm ever so sorry.
Let me nicking your cones.
I'm sorry.
As if I would do that.
I'm ever so sorry,
That's
Jan.
okay.
There's me accusing you. Fancy. Oh, look.
Yes.
Last in stock opportunity. What is the Cone-tastic then, Jan?
Well, it's we did the Wags Y cone.
Yes.
So we have different sizes of the Wags Y cone.
Yes.
Which is brilliant. But this gives you all the little. I can see if she works it out now. It gives you all of the different sizes in one tool.
Right.
And so it means that you've got one tool in your work bag. You don't have to go too far.
We've got different head sizes as well.
Oh, you worked it out.
Hey, see.
Got it, I am.
I'm not as daft as people think. You have got different sizes in your cone, so 11 by 2, 8 by 2, and 5 by 2. So you've got the variations of sizes, and it's very simple. Like I said, if I can work it out, you get an Allen key with it, and you can keep it all inside the inside the Cone-tastic itself. It's like a Wags Y cone, and hence why I was accusing Jan of stealing the cones. Well, not stealing, but I was like, have you still got them? Have you still got them? But that keeps them all safe. Last in stock, however, and you can adjust them. So it means that, you know, the actual Wags Y cone, which is the item that you're going to most likely be creating with the Cone-tastic, you can create variations of sizes with this. What a great bit of kit. You can also feel the quality, you know, it is substantial, it's quite weighty.
It is, and it's great that you've got the 3 in 1. So, you know, if you're doing a craft fair and you want to take some tools with you,
yeah,
it's one tool, but, well, it's 3 tools, but you've got one sort of space that it takes up.
Absolutely. There's instructions on how you actually put it together, but like I said, if I can work it out, it's an Allen key, you just adjust it ever so slightly, pop it in. That stock is already reducing. So there's how you construct it, that's how you put it all together and switch over the actual cones itself. And on the reverse, how you create the Wags Y cone itself. Lots of you there, but like I said, we had only 33, $17.95. Once you get one, you're never going to need another.
And it's nice as well. It's not too weighty, but it's nice. It's got a nice feel in your hands as well when you're sort of, you know, working with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're not using the other cones and your Allen key, just keep them down the centre like this.
Keep them away from me.
Screw it together, screw it up together, and there we are. It's all secure.
Done. Yeah.
All secure.
It's a brilliant
We've
tool.
got FIFO reviews on this as well. Tony and Essex, very versatile tool, good for finishing many different materials. Another very useful tool indeed, and it is. And you can have a look at numerous, by the way. We'll come back to you, Arjan.
Okay.
Because have you done your beading
I've
all the
gone
way around?
So we've gone all the way around, and now what I want to do, I'm going to just drop 3 gemstones in this one. I did 5 on the original one. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the gemstones into that section there. And to do that, what I've done is I've just added 2 of the pearls onto one of the skinny head pins and made a wrapped loop. Okay, so if I just do that quickly. So what we're going to do is a quick wrap loop. And because I'm using the darning needle as well, you need to make sure that the hole is quite large because that's going to go through. Okay, so all we do is wrap that around, wrap it around a few times just to secure it. So square up that little round section.
Give it a
snip
trim.
that off. So there's our little wrapped loop gemstone, okay? So what we're going to do, I'm going to put that one in the centre because it's a bit larger. So when we get to here, instead of adding a bead, as we did around here, we're going to pop it through that gemstone, okay? And then through that bead. There we go. So that sort of hangs
Naturally nestles in between, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So what we're going to do now is if I just quickly do these 2 and pick that one up, Just make sure your tools are out of the way because the cord sort of gets everywhere. There we go. So that's 2 and 3. There. Sorry, Elle, I don't want to poke you in the eye with this.
It's all right. So I am
Sticks
used
in
to
there
it.
and,
I am used to being sort of spiked occasionally by wire.
You don't want to get stabbed with a darning
Well,
needle,
not
do you?
ideally, but
No.
you know, I'll forgive you.
Okay.
I will forgive you if you do it by
You're so
accident. If
kind.
it was on purpose, I might have to think about
Oh,
it.
yeah. Right.
But I know you wouldn't do it on
I
purpose.
wouldn't, no. Even though you've accused me today. You know, we'll get over that.
I didn't mean it,
I
Jan.
know. Okay, so I'm going to pop that through there, and
Yeah.
now we've gone all the way round, and we've got there.
Lovely.
Okay, so we've gone all the way around. Oh no, I haven't. Sorry.
Did you miss one?
No, I've missed a couple.
You missed a couple.
There's me talking away.
See?
I'll just put them on quickly. See, this is
But
what I quite
if this
like.
happens,
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world, is it?
No, you just... And the good thing about the weaving as well is, if you think, oh, I've missed one out there, and you're all the way over here, you just feed all the way back through,
Yeah.
through the beads.
And it's
you're
not
there.
like you're short on thread either, is it?
Gosh,
so
no.
you've got hundreds of meters within this kit as well. So it's not like you're short on thread.
There we go.
There
Right.
we go. Resolved.
So now, we're all the way round. So now we've got the beads all the way on the outside, and we've got our beads here, hanging down. Obviously, I did 5, so all you need to do is substitute these 2 beads for your little drops, okay? So now to feed off, what I wanted to do, when I got to this point, I didn't sort of have a plan of what I was going to do with it until I got to this point and thought, right, okay, now I want to turn it into a necklace. So I want to feed off from both of these sides.
Yeah.
But I've got one thread over here and one thread here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I decided to do is one of the beads that we've added on extra sort of just stick out just slightly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the thread through that one. Okay. So there we're ready to go from that angle. Actually, see, I've pulled that and see how that's a bit loose?
Yes.
There. So what I would do actually is just go through
The next one.
the next one and go down. This is what I mean about strengthening it and reinforcing. And just sort of work your way around.
And also, because this is where you're going to turn this pendant into the neckline piece, because it is going to then start going off at an angle, I suppose.
You want it to be secure.
You want that security, don't you? Because that is going to be, you know, quite, I guess, a mechanical part of the necklace itself.
So and one other thing as well, as you're going through, sometimes the very ends of these threads, because we're pulling them through the beads, will fray. So just snip those off. Don't worry about it. And like you say, you've got so much thread.
Once it's actually
It's
needled through, it's
unbelievable.
fine, isn't it? It's not going to fray.
So again, what you need to do is work out where your beads are, and I want to come off from this bead here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass through those and get back to that point that I wanted to be at. And then this time, hopefully,
it's going to have some rigidity.
yeah, so we've got a bit more strength in that now,
Yeah.
right, okay? So, and again, this one, we're over this side, so all we need to do is, if I just do that quickly, just work our way back around, so we're alongside this one here, okay? So what I'll do, I'll go all the way around the outside just for speed, but you can just sort of weave your way through. Sorry.
Why are you saying sorry?
I don't know. Just felt like I should. It's a bit silly, really, isn't it? You do that. Like when you bump into, or someone bumps into you, and you go, "Oh, sorry." It's like, no, hold on a minute. You bumped into me.
I love that.
But you just automatically do, don't
yeah.
you?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
We were talking about pet hates earlier on, and we were saying, like you said, I particularly hate smacking of the lips and slurping of the tea, and Deb agreed with me, it's just completely unnecessary.
Yep.
Do you know the other thing I really hate?
What?
And it happened to me today, the other day in my local shopping centre. You know when you hold the door open for somebody, and they walk through and then don't say thank you?
Yeah. It's a bit, does wind you up a little bit, doesn't it?
Do you know what? I feel like going, hang on a minute, tapping them on the shoulder, pushing them back through and say, don't bother. Is it the hormones? I just think it's no need to. What's
No.
a thank you?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all you need.
There is no
Or
need
just
for it.
an acknowledgement would be nice, so you're not just stood there like a lemon.
Are you right, Elle?
Sorry?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Deep breath, Elle.
So what are you doing, lovely?
Okay, so
you've worked right the way back up.
We've worked the bow back up, so I've fed the thread through the beads all the way around. So now we're here. So now we've got 2 threads on the one side. So this is where we can weave off from.
Oh, okay, so you don't have one thread one side, one thread the other?
No, what I did the 2 on this side, and I did the piece, the section of the necklace there, and then I wove them back through, fed around, so it's all done in one piece. So it just adds to the strength of it and the stability of it. So if I just quickly show you how I did.
One of the things Jan actually said as well, that you still haven't used all your beads, and you did try very hard to use them all the spacer beads in the tube.
And that is what I've got left.
You've still got a good, well, what, third of a tube there?
Yeah, there are a couple of pearls in there, but the rest of them are spacer beads.
Yeah, amazing. So they do appear to be almost endless.
Yeah, I did try. I tried very hard to sort of use them. Right, so when you're here, you've got the 2 sections of your thread coming out of each side of that bead. So all we're going to do is pop on a bead on either, bead on either side, and then again it's the simple ladder weave, okay? So we're going to pop on another bead there and pass it through. Okie doke, there and there. So you've got that ladder weave starting at that point there.
Yes.
Okay? And then what I did a couple of those and then finished it off. So I'll go straight to the finishing off section.
So imagine you've repeated that ladder weave like Jan has just demonstrated.
So you can do that as many times as you want, actually.
And by the way, the ladder weave is also, there's demonstrations and tutorials on our website, on our DVDs, or you can have a little look on YouTube as well. So numerous tutorials.
But I think it's nice to sort of use the... But for me, again, I always say I'm a lazy jewellery maker, but to use sort of like the simple techniques and then to just sort of dress them up and use them in a different way.
Nothing wrong with that.
So what I've done to finish off, I've put 2 beads on either side, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one side and put it through the darning needle so that we've got them both going in the same direction, okay? Because now we're going to go through... both threads are going to go through one bead. See? These went through no problem earlier.
Typically, live television.
Always the way, isn't it?
You got it, Jan.
Right, okay. So now we've got those. We're going to pass both of those through one bead, okay? So now I've got a few bits there, which I'm going to pull off. There we go. So we're just going to square that up. Sorry, I need to just tighten, that's it. Give that a good pull. There. So all I did then is I used a section of beading thread and put that in there, and I went back over that. This gets a little bit fiddly, so you need to sort of hold that. So we go back through there, catching that beading thread.
Oh, I've not seen this technique before, right, okay.
And then you need to sort of tidy everything up, pull everything together. Gets a little bit fiddly now.
And you're going to put the crimp and everything on, aren't you?
No, you don't need a crimp.
Oh.
Don't need a crimp. That's the beauty of... Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull those through, so that's nice and tight there. And then what I'd do, again, is feed this all the way through here, so that this is reinforced. And then I'd feed it all the way back through to this section here.
And go up the other way.
Do exactly the same the other way. And then on here, I started to thread on the beads.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
I wish we could have progressed on, but time is racing with us. Great kit, flown out the door as expected. Wait until you see the next kit as well. That's amazing too. Now, it is time for the most beautiful, I don't want to say clasp, I want to say item of jewellery, because it is an item of jewellery. It's so incredibly versatile. I mean, this is what takes jewellery maker, not from a jewellery maker, to designer jewellery. It's coming up as a star buy. It's going to be huge now. Welcome back, everybody. So nice to have your company. Thank you, Jan. And do you know what? This is so exciting for me to be able to bring it to you. It's back in stock. Obviously, we reordered it. This is an item of jewellery, I'm going to say, rather than a magnetic clasp, or because that sounds like it's merely function. And I think it does actually undervalue what you're actually going to get. For one moment, can we just sort of ignore the graphics on our screen? Just because I don't think, when you look at it like that, a flower magnetic piece, it doesn't sound particularly beautiful. And yet, granted, as jewellery makers, we need to think about sort of function. This is a polished, finished piece of jewellery for me. And it takes Jewellery Maker and it takes it to another level in my eyes, because you think about this and you think about the quality and the finesse and the detail and the curves and the polishing, everything about it, the amount of sterling silver. We have got the average gram weight on the bottom of the screens, just how much has actually been invested into this wonderful item. It's luxury, and it oozes luxury without shadow of a doubt. If you can imagine yourself in just a few working days when this item actually arrives on your doorstep, you know, opening that little white box, and it's a lovely feeling, isn't it? Very, very exciting. It's like Christmas Day all over again. And then you open sort of the packaging and all of that sort of paper, the paper packaging itself, and then seeing this item revealed within, it's going to be like, you know, something that you've just opened from Tiffany's & Co. or Chanel or I don't know, Gucci, something very, very high end. Solid 925 sterling silver, and it is of course stamped with that as well. Really beautiful, beautiful detailing, and I'm just going to give this a very quick polish just because it is substantial and I want to show it off to the absolute maximum. This is amazing. It's like it's an ornament, really. It's an ornament for your jewellery collection. Just look at the curves and the angles of the sterling silver. How you get that liquid-like luster, which sterling silver is the most lustrous of your precious metal. So amazingly reflective, beautiful, beautiful 925 sterling silver. But you can actually see the studio before me. You can actually see the camera, can't you, in that top in that top petal. The curves itself, just how abundantly reflective it is. I mean, I've worked in some very, very, very luxurious high-end jewellers in my time, and this is something that I would expect to be in that kind of establishment. It's sizable, 47 by 32 millimeters. It was obviously going to be a, yep, we need more of those, just because of the quality and the degree, and I'm going to be joining you. We've got 150 opportunities. Let me just turn it round like so you can actually see the connector itself and where the magnet is. So this you could wear as a pendant, and that's what I'm thinking as well, but wear it as a detail on a bracelet or something like that. You can pick and choose, maybe attach your gemstones. So if you had a pearl necklace, you could just attach this, Jan, like what you've got on. Yep. This could literally attach over. Yep. And just look amazing. Beautiful. I'm going to show you, a scarf would be incredible if I open it up like this. That's the magnet. Can you see? Turn it round. Great for those who have got dexterity issues. Look at the quality and the amount of sterling silver that's in this. Of course, you have got the stamping on the the stamping there on the actual, what I want to call bail. It is substantial. Average gram weight of over 6.5 grams. Beautiful diamond-like detailing. It's like diamonds have been pave set on the sort of corner of the petals. It's actually the texturing of the sterling silver which has given it that illusion. You do get the one piece, obviously, but I'm thinking these could be fantastic earrings, certainly an amazing pendant, or even an entire suite. Now, already loads of you are there, and I want to join you. I really do. I've not had the chance to get hold of this. Many of you are multi-buying, and again, I don't blame you. I'd be doing exactly the same. Web bidders, you will need to check out as soon as you possibly can. Let's bring that price point in on your screen, because I think this is going to shock you. Wow. I've never seen a clasp like it. It's not a clasp. It's a pendant. It's a piece of jewellery, isn't it? It's not a clasp. Like, that's why I'm just saying, just eradicate the graphics from our screens for a second in terms of our description. £14.95 is all I need now for the quality, the amount, the investment of precious metal that has gone within this gorgeous piece. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. This is, without shadow of a doubt, what makes Jewellery Maker, to me, a luxurious brand. yeah, as I said, $14.95, $14.95 for all of that stunning sparkle. Janet in Manchester, as a florist, this added to a mother of the bride corsage would be beautiful as a keepsake, wouldn't it just? Let me just show you. Could this be a corsage? Absolutely. Let me just clip it onto my blouse, shall I? Bear with me a second. And do you know what I'm going to do? Put it through my buttonhole. Look, 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 look. Look how amazing that is. So easy to put through my buttonhole. Shoes, you could use them on shoes. You could use them as earrings. You could use them as hats. Maybe onto some ribbon or something like that. So beautiful. Jan, have you ever seen anything like it here at Jewellery Maker?
I think it's beautiful. And for me, to have that, and like you say, if I've got lots of necklaces and sort of plain sort of knotted or beaded necklaces, that all you need to do is add that to it, or like you say, onto a lapel.
Yeah.
It's really, really pretty. And I love that really highly polished section. Then you've got that sort of textured pieces at the ends as well. That is so beautiful.
So incredible. Jan, can I just hold
Gorgeous.
this up against your pearl necklace?
Do you want me to bring one of these?
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, pass me that. Yeah, pass it. There we go. I can literally thread it on there. So imagine this is at your pearl necklace. Just show you how easy, nearly half the stock has gone, by the way, how easy it would be. Obviously, it depends on the dimension of the pearls. But look, what a fantastic... Oh. Isn't that gorgeous?
How beautiful is that?
Isn't that gorgeous? You know, how much would that increase the price of this pearl necklace?
Gosh.
It certainly would be more than £14.95.
For sure, yeah. I mean, for sure. But the thing is, what I would do personally, I would sell that as a separate addition to.
Yeah, and me.
And then somebody could buy like an array of necklaces from you, have that, and they can just swap and change it around.
I'm just trying to think what this would be priced at in certain establishments. You know, well, most jewellers work on a 300% price increase, so unless it's not a wholesale, I'm running out of time. We've got the necklace sizes coming up. By the way, we've got so much more stunning inspiration from Jan. Stay on those phone lines because we're back after this.
Diopside is a member of the pyroxene group. It has a monoclinic crystal structure and often displays a star-like optical effect on the surface of the stone. This is due to fibrous inclusions within the gemstone structure that are all at a certain point which give light and reflection to create the star. In the case of chrome diopside, the colouring element here is chrome, which gives rise to a green colour.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Not sure what materials you'll need? Then tune into Jewellery Maker between 7 PM and 9 PM throughout January for our Get Started show. We'll guide you through how to get started with step-by-step tutorials. Our talented designers will give you advice, inspiration and introduce you to new mediums. Start off the new year with a new hobby. There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back, welcome back. Gosh, time was running away with us then. We're so engrossed in our Jan, so engrossed in your wonderful tutorials, as always. More inspiration from Jan coming your way in the 10 o'clock hour, and believe me, the kit is absolutely stunning. It's going to be, you thought that one sold out really quickly. There's still a few of them available. We'll wait till you see the next kit. We've got 100 metres of silver-plated wire coming up. So the designs, I mean, every single one of your pieces of jewellery I would invest in. You know, they are expensive looking items of jewellery, so lots of inspiration, and like I said, the kit is amazing. We've also got some brand new premiere opportunities, including, how about one of the most sought after gemstones on this entire planet? And I'm not just talking about the fact that chrome dioxide has really erupted since the 1980s, 1988, really erupted in terms of price point, in terms of popularity, in terms of scarcity, of course. Particularly this location, which is Siberian, so it's coming from the Russian mine, is only sourced 2 to 3 months of the year due to the extremities of the weather conditions. That said, there are an awful lot of rumours coming from that location, and unfortunately the production is no more. I've got a brand new strand of chrome dioxide. I actually did some price comparisons as well, price expectancy, shall we say, for quality like this per carat, and believe me, you will be amazed at what we've been able to negotiate for you. That's coming up at approximately what time? 10 to 11, so not long to wait for that. 40 carats, and I can say this, guaranteed under £50. So if you were thinking about stepping outside those doors, you're not going to want to, because this is going to be one of those purchases that, you know, is a big tick for anybody that loves investment jewellery. Now, we've also got, this is very exciting, Mexican white opal. Now, firstly, we don't see Mexican opal every single day. It's totally different to Australian, totally different to Ethiopian. It is a very crisp white, which I absolutely love. There are so few white gemstones out there, and this is what you're about to get. Like I said, very exciting, brand new premiere opportunity. A stunning opaque gemstone, all of the luster there, but then you get that flash of warmth coming from internally. But really exciting to see this, because I've not seen Mexican opal in I don't know how long, and you can really see the difference between the localities, can't you, from the Australian opal deposits, from the Ethiopian opal deposits, etc. So very exciting. That's coming your way. I've also got a brand new strand of amethyst. We have got sterling silver. These are beautiful. This is coming up at the top of the hour. It's a star buy, 925 sterling silver. Look at the detail of these. They're just going to take your piece of jewellery and really finish it off to the finest degree. They basically are, if I turn it around like this, can you see that? They are little individual bales. And again, attention to detail, the fact that you have got the floral design on both sides, front and back as well. So very simple to attach to maybe a pear drop, sort of drilled, a pear faceted, or a briolette or something like that. Or even convert these into individual bales. These are coming up at the top of the hour, so not long to wait. Big star buy opportunity. Let's get this show underway. And by the way, yeah, they've already put this on me. This is coming up as well. Coming up very soon. That's your bracelet necklace sizer. Moving on to... now, okay. These really are exciting. They caught my eye this morning before all those hours ago when I arrived here. All those hours ago, gorgeous quality opal. And opal is a gemstone which has got one of the biggest variations. It hasn't got a crystal structure. This gemstone is what we call amorphous, meaning that it forms out of tiny silica spheres, but you can get so many different degrees or variations of. So as I was saying, Kubapedi opal, crystal opal, jelly opal, Ethiopian opal. You've just seen the Mexican white opal there. You can have mosaic opal, harlequin opal, you can have black opal. This is totally and utterly natural blue opal. They are big, beautiful. Look at that consistency of colour. Amazing formation patterns running through. And again, that's a real draw of this gorgeous gemstone, is that you can see how every single one is as distinctive and different as you and I are. So if you love those formations and that very aquatic blue, then this is a strand that I know you're going to absolutely adore. October's birthstone, of course, and totally natural. Coloured opal, it's not unusual to see coloured opal, but often it is actually impregnated with a dye. This is not. This is totally natural. Mother Nature has actually created this fantastic colour. Mother Nature all by her very self, and you certainly have got the uniformity of those powder blues. Pantone colour of 2016, or certainly one of, along with your baby pinks. It's just going to look absolutely effortless, isn't it? And whenever you have got that connection, whenever you have got the connection of the Pantone colours, then you can expect a price point in the gemstones desirability, and expect an increase rather in how much the gemstone can actually fetch. Totally natural. Wow, $17.95.
Wow. Gosh.
I mean, right the way up to 17 by 13 centimetres. These pendants are top drilled. So again, think about those sterling silver earrings we've got coming up a little bit later on. If you multiply on those, you've got a pendant, you've got the earrings, an amazing suite of jewellery, and natural. I've brought coloured opal before many times, and it does tend to be sort of showcases, but they are dyed. They were dyed. And here at Jewellery Maker, I'm really excited that we can bring you such an intensity of colour for such an affordable price tag. Sarah in Cheshire, I have this strand and it's a stunner. Can't decide whether to make pendants or put into one decadent necklace for me. Well, do you know what, Sarah? One thing I think you must do is it's definitely got to be for you. Definitely got to be for you. Absolutely incredible quality. Do you agree, Jan?
Beautiful. And I think you're right. I think for me, personally, if I got it, I'd make myself a ring. So for me,
yes,
the first thing I would do is make myself a piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
But then if you got the first kit, those beautiful pearls that we had in the first kit, that beautiful blue colour, a necklace with just one of those in the centre would look stunning.
Well, you were talking about, Janet, you've just bought yourself some Tahitian pearls, haven't you? Just treated yourself to Tahitian pearls, which has got that sort of inky, steely blue. Gorgeous. Yeah, that alongside this would be amazing. Perfect. Just one of those pendants, one of these on some pearls would be amazing. Oh, and also the white pearls would look fantastic too.
Would look amazing, yeah. They are so
I tell you what, Sarah, please send me a picture though when you do create this, because I love opal. I absolutely adore the fact that we're able to bring you natural coloured opal as well. I was honoured to launch our natural pink opal when it was obviously part of. We were obviously one big business then. And it sold out an entire sellout in an hour, and that very seldom happens. So it was a huge launch. Suzanne, Arthur, Cheshire, Janet, Rita, multi-buyers, web bidders, do check out. Hello to you, Joanne and Lee and Anna and Angela and Sarah Jane and Janina and Dawn in Manchester, Carol in Fife on those phone lines. Very good morning, everybody. So nice to have your company. And again, this would look lovely with the silver-plated wire that we've got coming up a little bit later on. You were saying about a ring, Jan. Just one of those.
One of those.
Stunning.
Perfect.
Absolutely amazing. Well done. I need to move on. Oh yes. So just imagine restranded with one of those opals, or even that pendant that we brought you in the first hour. Oh, these are gorgeous. Moonstone, a phenomenal gemstone, brings you, I love this word, adolescence. And the more adolescence, the higher quality the gemstone actually is. Expect a sort of beautiful moon-like shimmer, a sheen across the surface of the gemstone. And it's actually, again, the tiny inclusions within this gemstone that bring you that fantastic optical effect. Totally natural peach moonstone, so gorgeous colours. Very, very complimentary. If you love Morganite, you'll love Peach Moonstone. If you love Sunstone, you'll absolutely adore Peach Moonstone. But it's a slightly softer look, I suppose, to Sunstone, because it's not quite so, hasn't got the red characteristics. It's more of a silvery sheen. Like I said, Moonstone, hence the name, and this is going to sound fairly obvious, is believed to be reminiscent of a full moon actually reflecting across a very, very still lake, and it's the best way to describe what is the phenomena that is adolescence. 6mm plain round, so a very versatile and wearable size. 80 carats of natural peach moonstone, again just restranded into a simple stretchy bracelet, maybe with some sterling silver findings. You've got a beautifully high-end piece of jewellery, and one which is going to be maybe something that you never ever take off. I mean, I refer to Fleur. She wears her jade and clear quartz stretchy bracelet all the time, doesn't she? All the time. And it is, I'm sure they're 6mm plain rounds as well. It's a versatile size. Now, this gorgeous gemstone, all of its optical effects, and they are consistent literally from point A to point B, top of the strand to the other end. Natural Norwegian moonstone. $4.95. I mean, that is something that you don't even think about. You think, okay, just add it to my order. These are genuine gemstones. We're not talking about plastics, glass or synthetic gems here. We are talking about genuine Mother Nature creations with the quality. I mean, look, I'm just going to slightly rock back and forth the actual strand, actually orientate the gemstone so you can see that optical effect and just how consistent it is, the full 360 degrees around these beautiful gemstones. They are quite reminiscent of a Morganite, and the Morganite, again, has increased by 500%. I think we're going to be seeing a huge increase in those sort of peachy pastel gemstones. What I'm talking about is sort of price tags because of the, like I said, the Pantone colours, because of the sort of pinks and the blues being 2016 colours. I think it's all going to be about the lemons, the peaches.
The really soft tones.
Soft tones.
Yeah, and this is beautiful. And like you say, you can make a piece of jewellery that you can wear every single day. A simple piece of jewellery, easy to wear jewellery, but you can also make a really statement piece of jewellery for sort of evening wear. Imagine going out to that, having a candlelit dinner,
yeah,
and a candlelit.
The adolescence across the surface of those would just look absolutely stunning. I'm not surprised that there's loads of you there with me on the phone lines and on the web, because, like I said, $4.95 is I don't like referring to the price sometimes. I actually think, you know what, it's disrespectful for the gemstone, because especially when you think $4.95 and peach moonstone, I mean, those dots don't actually connect. The quality that you're seeing here. I mean, if it was moonstone, which is very dark and very heavily included, and you have big black marks in it, then fair enough. But the quality that what you're about to receive, that's why I don't like referring to it so frequently. But it's a no-brainer, isn't it? You just literally add it to your order. Well done. Stay where you are. Again, I've got to move on because I've got lots to bring you throughout the course of the morning. But do stay on those phone lines. Moving on to, these are stunning. Rob, where did you get hold of these? Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I'm going to hold it like so, and you'll realise why. I'm holding it like so because they are all pear drops, but they're drilled through the centre rather than top drilled, so you can really create that fantastic chandelier effect. Jan, you're going to love these.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Aren't they stunning? Now, with the peridot, it's an idiochromatic gem, meaning it gets its colour from the chemicals that are present. In this case, it's iron. Not too much, not too little. It's a little bit like adding ingredients to a cake. You want to have that perfect amount to decide a very specific chartreuse green. So this is what we refer to as chartreuse green. Also, exceptional clarity is what you look for. If there's any black inclusions in a peridot, and this excites some people, if you've got black inclusions within a peridot, then they might actually be a diamond. A diamond actually encased, because they are formed alongside one another, often assist one another to actually get to the Earth's surface. But look how exceptionally faceted these are. Absolutely stunning. And again, meeting in the middle, that's why I wanted to hold it like like so. Now, when I actually lay it across the back of my hand, you can really see the internal brilliance. You can see the wonderful clarity. Under magnification here, you can see the gorgeous clarity, the quality of the faceting. And peridot, as August birthstone, has increased hugely in price point. Again, it's down to pure and simply down to our amazing connections of gemstone buying that we're able to bring you one of the most supreme locations of source, China. And again, if you think about the Hunan peridot, or if you think about Changbai peridot, those two mines are actually located very, very close to one of the biggest diamond mine suppliers in the world. We have got personal connections with the owners themselves, and they actually pass on. We've got a negotiation basically, which means we can be privy to some of the most amazing quality. Extra fine grade is what we actually look for, which is a bit like your forays to a tanzanite. Exceptional brilliance, depth of colour, vivacity and energy is certainly a word that you would associate with supreme quality peridot, and I've certainly got that energy in this strand. Wow, okay, $9.95 for the quality of the peridot, for the size of the peridot, and the consistency of that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous faceting. The teardrops themselves, Jan, the fact that they are not, I mean, we've brought you peridot before, tends to be a lot smaller in their actual sizes because this gemstone doesn't naturally form in big carat weights. But the fact that these are so large and faceted in that beautiful cascade shape.
They're just perfect, aren't they?
Have you seen what we've taken these to? $9.95. Generally, a strand of this quality, of this grade, I would expect it to be pushing sort of £50, really. This is working out at 28 pence per carat, which is absolutely incredible because if I look at the sort of gem guide, which is used within the trade, sort of so that people have an indication of what gemstones are actually retailing for, last time I checked, and admittedly it's been a few months, but last time I checked, which was back in September, it was, and it works in dollars, it was $180 per carat for under 1 carat, so they were selling obviously individual gemstones, $180, so let's call that £90 per carat. Now I'm not saying that's what this is valued at, but just showing you the prices that peridot can actually fetch. Well done, well done, well done. Looking like it's going to be a sellout. Well done to you. Now it's time for the necklace sizes. Now we were talking about it earlier on this morning. We had the bracelet size and we were saying just how sometimes you generally in life, you know, you'll come across something and think, how have I ever done without that? How have I ever managed without this? And Jan, you've not been able to get hold of these, have you?
I haven't, no.
Because it always sells out.
Yep. And again, what I said before about the bracelet, you know, the same applies to this, but obviously in the necklace form. So to work on it, if you're doing, again, if you were using those peridots in a lovely cascade design, you could work from that, measure it up, perfect.
Now, not only does this measure the necklace, and I guess that's pretty obvious, as you can see, you've got the measurements in the inches and also the centimetres, and again, it comes flat, so you construct it, if I just turn this round, as a simple sort of sticky strip and just put it together. And once it's there, it's made to last. You have got that rigid shape behind it. But can I just draw your attention to this on the back? And I think this is fantastic. My own mum has actually got a necklace like this, very similar to this, and she actually bought it from, well, it wasn't her, my dad did, bought it from the first jewellers that I actually worked at. Now, it was in gold and it had floating pearls. Basically, it's this almost identical design to this, and it cost hundreds of pounds, and I'm going back to when I was in my early 20s, so way back when. But it'd be very difficult to actually create a really accurate graduation like this without such a tool.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Jan?
Because if you're lying a piece flat, so you've got the cords flat and you sort of space them out, as soon as you sort of put it around, the spacing isn't right.
Yeah.
It isn't right.
You do actually need something which has got the measurements like this down there, so you can actually physically gauge the difference, the distance basically. You want to measure that distance of the graduation, which is a fantastically beautiful look. But again, this goes from sort of child sizes right the way up to sort of the, what's the largest size it goes to? 27 inches, but there's nothing stopping you going even further if you wanted to. But yes, a great way of displaying, great way of creating these pieces, graduated neckline pieces. This is how it arrives. So as I said, it's completely and utterly flat. So you actually construct it yourself. For those of you that do your craft fairs, for those of you that do special commissions, I mean, if I'm, I don't know, if I'm a customer and I'm sat in front of you and you're saying, and I'm saying, like, this is what I'd like you to create for me, I would expect kind of the tools, I suppose, not little bits of string to measure around the neck, which unfortunately some people do use. I understand that, because a certain jewellers I worked at used to use that to measure wrists and watch straps themselves. It's not accurate. It isn't actually entirely accurate. This way would be very, very accurate. So a great way of recommissioning, and again, it just speaks professionalism to me.
It does. And you've got to think as well, if you measure sort of a piece of chain and then you put a clasp on it, obviously adding the clasp then adds sort of length to it, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So your completed piece you can put on there and you can actually size it completely accurate.
And it is surprising actually when you've got something measured out, and if you haven't got something like this before you and you're just using, I don't know, a ruler, and then you actually add a clasp, it's surprising what just an inch difference can make in terms of dropping it down the décolletage. And if you've got I don't know, a blouse like what I'm wearing right now, or maybe a bride with a specific bust line, and you know, a certain neckline amount that you can actually incorporate a piece of jewellery into, then you need to be detailed with it. Michelle, hello to you, my lovely. Yay, I've got both. I was looking at prices online for the necklace sizer when you said it was coming up and couldn't find it under £10. Well, I tell you what, Michelle, we're always about surprises, aren't we? £8.95 for you. £8.95. Michelle messaged in, she was saying she was really excited about this. So thanks, Rob, for being able to bring it. And you're not alone, Michelle. Hello to you, Olive. Hello to you, Joanne, Marion, Sussex, Valentina, Vanessa, Priscilla, Celia, Karen, Yvonne, Debbie. Hello to you, two Debbies. Debbie in Cheshire, Debbie in Lancashire, Northumberland, Louisiana, Oxfordshire. I can see lots of you who have got involved with the bracelet measure and also the necklace measure. And again, Jan, we've only been able to bring these a couple of times, and there are so many guest designers who have been saying, I want to get hold of it, but it always sells out the moment it's on your screen, yourself included, isn't it?
That's exactly right. I mean, I haven't been able to get them. Excuse me, but to have those on my work desk and, like I say, to measure things accurately, and when you're being commissioned to make pieces, it's got to be spot on.
Absolutely.
You know, it's got to be exactly as the customer wants it.
You can't say approximately, really.
No. So having tools like this, again, really simple idea, but it does the job perfectly.
It is. We haven't reinvented the wheel, have we? We absolutely haven't reinvented the wheel here. But it's something which, and by the way, we actually outsource this. Like I said, it's from easynecklace.com, and it'll all come on there. So we actually source this, but we've sourced it because it's something that we can see a real use for. And you totally agree. Over half the stock is gone. We have got a big quantity, by the way. We have got a substantial quantity. So grab it whilst you can. I don't know when I'm going to be able to bring it to you again. It's the first time I brought it since I've actually come back here to Jewellery Maker. Oh, really? It appeared in December? Sold out. Okay, that's why I didn't see it then. I've been back since September, and I've not seen it at all. No. Not seen it at all.
But it's a great piece of kit. Great
piece of kit. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, isn't there something like 500 plus bridal fairs going on up and down? 572 bridal fairs going on up and down the UK, in the UK that is. So you can imagine, and I went to one actually in October with my good friend who's getting married, and but the cost that you pay for, especially handmade items of jewellery, and you had this there, you'd expect it to be, well, this is my neckline piece, this is maybe, say for example, I've only got like a little window here on the actual décolletage, you're going to need something which is very specific in terms of its measurement. And
that's the thing, like you say, if you're being commissioned to make a piece, it's a specific piece for a special occasion, it's got to be perfect.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
You're not going to go, oh, okay, that'll do.
Yeah. It's near enough. It doesn't work.
Oh, that'll do. If you going quite right so. Okay, moving on, well done. I've got to stay on those phones, check out that. I can't stress, you need to check out on that. Moving on to, this caught my eye earlier on. Right, Rob, this is exciting. Is it from the original country of source? Yeah, it is. Okay. I had a conversation with a gentleman called Yanni. Yanni is A very charismatic gentleman, to say the least, and he is kind of what you'd imagine a gem hunter to be. He is, without, if you know who I'm talking about, you'll be smiling straight away, because he is. You've met him, Emma, haven't you? He's everything that you would imagine a gem hunter to be, wouldn't you? Emma's nodding there. He's kind of got an Indiana Jones-esque look about him, and he's hilarious. But he's actually got huge notoriety in the industry. In fact, it's believed that no individual has actually handed more gemstones than Yanni has. Now, why am I talking about this gentleman with lapis lazuli? Because last conversation I had with him, he actually said, and I spent some time with him over in India, he actually said, Eleanor, I asked him where he was off to next, and he said, going to the original country of location for lapis lazuli. And I was like, you're going to Afghanistan? And he said, yep. I don't know whether he did or he didn't, but that's what he said to me at that time. And he said, the reason why I'm going there, he said, because for natural lapis lazuli, he says, the price has increased, and obviously he's American, so he spoke in dollars, has increased to $750 per carat. Now, I don't know if that's what it currently is fetching right now, but if Yanni is actually going to a location which obviously has got a lot of risk behind it, to source this very gemstone in its natural examples like this, intensity of gorgeous colour like you're about to see, wonderful, wonderful lustre coming from the pyrite inclusions. There's a reason for that. This is, and I've got no problem saying this whatsoever, some of the finest lapis lazuli that I've ever seen. What you look for is an intense Arabian blue, and you really want those flashes of gold from the pyrite inclusions. And it's totally natural, totally and utterly natural. It's, generally, lapis lazuli will actually will be dyed to intensify those blues. So, for example, if there are very dark inclusions, you can actually mask it somewhat with some dye. This needed none of that. You can see that very beautiful royal blue. Now, I'm not saying that this is valued at $750 per carat, which is actually probably about £375 per carat. I'm not saying that, but I wanted to share that conversation that I had with Yanni, who is one of the most influential gem hunters and works with some of the biggest company brands in the world of jewellery. So I'm going to, recognise what he's going to say. $11.95 today. I mean, it's been added to my order, stock permitting. Diane, Fiona, hello to you. Althea, I hope I've said that right. 5, Muriel, Philippa, Somerset, Dawn, congratulations to you. If you've never, you absolute connoisseurs, you're clearly collectors. If you've never heard of Yanni, again, I can put some information on my own website page. He's a gentleman, and he's often seen on Gems TV as well. He's a personal friend of Steve Bennett. And like I said, that's how I've got the chance to speak to him and learn from him. He tells some fascinating stories about his gem hunting, and like I said, very, very, very charismatic. And you can really see the excitement that he has for gemstones, and the fact that he's kind of fearless, really. He is absolutely fearless. He's like, no, I'm going to go to the original location of source, Afghanistan. You can find it in different locations, just because of the quality and also the fact that it's natural. So well done to those of you that got hold of that. How are we doing on stocks on this? Not too bad. I'm joining you because that's amazing. I don't know what I'd do with it yet, but I'm keeping hold of it. Definitely keeping hold of it. It's amazing, isn't it, Jan? Sorry I didn't get a chance to speak to you there, my lovely. All of this, I thought this was going to be, it looks like a kit. Okay, I'm going to have to be really quick because there's so much here. And by the way, stock doesn't really permit me spending too long on it, so look at how much you're getting here. 1, 2, 3, 4 meters of chain. Eight meters of chain. Can you read it out to me, Rob? Because I can't see it all here. Is that okay? The specifications. So I've got 8 meters of chain, 2 pairs of silver-plated earring chandeliers. They're there. 2 pairs of 3-loop chandelier earrings, that's these. 10 of the open jump rings in 10mm. They are 8mm as well, 7mm as well, and 6mm as well. 5 S hooks, that's here. 10 lobster locks, that's here. 3 shepherd hook pairs, oh gosh, where are they? 2 more pairs of your chandeliers. Do you know what, I can't point it out, I can't do it quickly enough. 20 head pins. 5 W hooks. 10 bolt ring clasps. 10 puffy coin beads. 5 silver plated tassels, that's these. 20 crimp beads. 10 earring posts or butterfly backs, they're there. 5 stamping blanks in the round and the square. You've got little birds as well, little doves. You get 5 of those little doves. 2 meters in your oval link chain, twisted link chain, Figaro link, and Rolo link, so that totals your 8 meters. 5 meters of your 1mm plated wire. Wait, is it all this as well? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Wow. 5 meters of your 0.8. I've never seen a bundle like this. 5 meters of your 0.6. 10 meters of your 0.4. And then all of these gorgeous gemstones. Let's show you the gemstones. Okay, they're all double strands. You've got 2 strands of your amethyst, 2 of your labradorite, 2 of your clear quartz, 2 apatite, and 2 turquoise.
Wow.
What a bundle. What an amazing bundle. Can I just say, Rob, did you put this bundle together? That's ace.
That's amazing, isn't it?
I've never seen a bundle like it before. All of the wire as well. I didn't even think... I thought this wire was part of the kit. You get everything here. And all the jump rings. Are you ready for an amazing deal? I've got no idea what it's going to. I only wish we had a bigger... What was that? £100 would have sounded perfectly fine and feasible. $39.95, Jan.
See, you'd be happy if you got the gemstones for that. You'd be more than happy.
I'd pay that for the wire.
Yeah.
Julie is saying, I bought this kit and it's fantastic. Veronica, and a partridge in a pear tree. It did sound like I was kind of like reciting everything. Sorry, but there's no way I could have gone through everything, so Rob had to kind of like literally reel it off to me. I've been there all day and we haven't got the quantity to actually warrant spending huge amounts of time. Louisiana, Belinda, Alison, Jane and Angus, Dawn, you're with me as well. Telephone bidders, do stay where you are. Everything that you see here is included. 1,800 carats of your gemstones, 4 lots of your lovely wire, which is the silver plated wire. It's not even silver coloured. Everything is silver plated. 8 meters of your chain. I love these little tassels. They're beautiful, aren't they? So lovely. Nice. All of the findings. I mean, you've got the big lobster claws, the bolt rings there as well, the S hooks, the head pins, the stamping. I mean, I've never seen those little doves before. They're lovely.
Imagine how much jewellery you can make from that.
It's going to keep you going a long time, isn't it?
It's going to go on for a long, long time.
It's going to keep you going a long time. I mean, this is a little bit of you, Jan, isn't it? Because I'm just thinking, you'd be thinking channel set. Yeah,
be beautiful. And the nuggets channel set is lovely because you've got the sort of the symmetry of the channel setting, but then the organic nature of the nuggets. I love that.
Yeah, I'm just really picturing your sort of turquoise channel set would be just amazing. $39.95. How many spools of how many meters of wire have we got here? In total, 25 meters of wire here, 25 meters of silver plated wire in different gauges, and you know, I'd pay $39.95 for those, that alone, without all of this and everything else. Gosh, it just keeps on giving. It's going to sell out very quickly, of course it is. It's just a matter of when, really. So do make those confirmations as soon as you possibly can. That's incredible.
Get the storage box as well.
I don't know. Do we get the box? Yes, and the storage box.
Gosh. It gets better and better.
Oh, it does. Keep getting better and better and better. Moving on. Oh, some gorgeous sunstone. Now, I've seen this strand. The quality of our sunstone, it's just so beautifully reflective. Sunstone, again, is a very visual gemstone. It's a phenomena gemstone which brings you an optical effect. And the best way of me describing sunstone is that it has got almost like little gold leaves, what looks like little gold leaves encased within. It's a very sort of cinnamon, spicy looking gemstone. And this is what it aspires to be. So you want to have transparency, you want to have a certain amount, you don't want it to be too opaque, but have a transparency where you can actually see the gorgeous, gorgeous sunstone sparkles, not just across the surface, but across actually internally into the heart of the gorgeous gemstone. This is the quality that we long for. I mean, look how lovely and rich in that sort of blush red that you're seeing. Very, very, very warming, flashes of gold. It reminds me of Mongolian andesine, and Mongolian andesine fetches thousands of pounds per carat. It's one of the rarest gemstones, but it really reminds me of Mongolian andesine just because it has got that gorgeous reflective sparkle. And the best time, if you perhaps you own an andesine, the best time to wear that gemstone, in my opinion, is actually when the sun is really out, and you can see those gorgeous flashes. Similarly with, well, in fact, identically with your sunstone. See those little tiny flame red and flashes of gold. It's like burning embers of a fire. That's what we long for. So wonderful sparkle, totally natural. And this is African sunstone. So it's kind of a combination of your fire opal or your spessartite garnet. Lovely reds and oranges and flashes of gold. $6.95. That's an incredible deal for the quality that you're getting here. Again, would you be thinking with gold-plated coloured wire?
Gold-plated, excuse me, would look great. Would look amazing.
Oh, it's really going to enhance those internal flashes.
Rose gold would look good as well. Copper would look great with it.
Yes.
Silver would look good as well.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Look good with anything, isn't it?
Sunstone is a gemstone which does complement so many of the colours and tones of your findings pack, etc. That's an incredible deal, Rob. Is this New Year's Day launch? Wow, is this a New Year's Day price tag? That's incredible. Superstar buy, well, obviously, and obviously a New Year's Day deal. That's an amazing opportunity for you to get sunstone of this quality and this grade. And the fact that we are, under magnification, we're not afraid to get right up close and personal with the quality of this gorgeous gem. So you can see all of that fascinating, I wouldn't say performance, because it is a real performance. This gorgeous gemstone, like I said, phenomena. It's striking, it's very, very distinguishable because of its characteristics, highly refractive as well. So not only will you see those flashes of gold, not only will you see that real warm aventurescence, you will see an internal play of light. So that's what refraction is about. It's about bending the light internally. Just fascinating, and it's been adored for absolutely thousands of years. If you love your labradorite, you'll love sunstone.
Yeah. It's just beautiful, isn't it? And for me, with pearls, it would look gorgeous with pearls. Because I'm fussy about what I put with my pearls.
Yeah.
But these would look beautiful against pearls.
They would, wouldn't they? What, the crisp white pearls?
Crisp white pearls,
yeah, I think so as well.
But I'd channel set them into pendants and make rings with them. They're just beautiful.
Love it. Well done to every single one of you. Moving on to... I love this. Do you know what this reminds me of? Imagine if we were artisanal miners. And I'd love a go at that one day. But imagine us at this location of source and actively seeking sapphires as a gemstone. So still, sapphires are predominantly mined in riverbeds, and they are literally artisanally mined. It's not a case of where millions and millions of pounds worth is invested into sort of heavy machinery, etc. It tends to be a lot more sort of, well, I guess sort of stereotypical, more traditional mining methods. But it's a little known fact that while sapphire can be sourced in different locations around the world, it's a little known fact that actually many of those areas are on the verge of depletion. For example, Burmese sapphire, Ceylon sapphire, Kashmir sapphire, big locations are depleting rapidly, really rapidly. But let's add to that rarity. Let's add to the desirability with the fact that this is part of that 5% of the world's sapphire, which is totally and utterly natural. And again, going back to what I first said, this reminds me of if we were sort of sifting through those riverbeds along some African river somewhere, actively seeking and sourcing this gorgeous gemstone. This is as natural as sapphire comes, coming out of the riverbed like so. So it's not been faceted, it's not been polished, it's certainly not been treated in any way, shape or form. It is like I said, as if it's come out of the ground, and obviously it's you've had the drill hole, so obviously to be attached to your pieces of jewellery, but that's it. It's totally, other than that, it's totally untouched. It's all Mother Nature. We should be bringing this to you at £9.95. Wow, look at the size of these sapphires, natural sapphires, and again from that 5% category, very rare, of natural sapphire which is discovered globally, but ever depleting on a daily basis. £6.95 only for 78 carats of gorgeous sapphire, multicolours. So you have got those lovely pinks, beautiful colourless examples. I love the tones, and I love the fact that this is organic. It's not trying to be lustrous. It's not trying to have clarity or show off. It's brilliant. It's Mother Nature at her best.
And that's right, and that price just doesn't compute with it, does it?
No.
Because they are absolutely beautiful. They're stunning. They make gorgeous earrings. Again with a pearl.
Yeah.
Just a pearl and one of those as an earring
Yeah.
would look stunning. And the price of those then, for those pair of earrings, would be, you know, more than £6.99.
Oh gosh, of course they would be. I can't stress, I mean, those of you that do go on the web and have a little look at sort of fashions and trends and things like that, there is such a massive celebrity following of organic gemstones like this. Excuse me. I'm referring to the shape of them. So sort of what I mean by that is rough gemstones, basically, not polished, not faceted in any way, shape or form, tend to be in sort of your 18 karat golds or your platinums. There's a huge following, you know, Alicia Keys is one, Rihanna's another, all being pictured wearing their rough cut gemstones like this. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Gotta move on. Okay, I've got my eye on this, Rob. I love chalcedony on so many levels. I think it's a beautiful gemstone. It kind of has got a real dreaminess behind it. You can imagine, I don't know, this is probably, I'm probably telling you an awful lot that's inside my mind right now, but you can imagine, you know, as a child when you used to sort of daydream or unicorns and little fairies, when it was quite whimsical and beautiful and things like this. I don't know, I guess like what Netherland used to be like. This gorgeous gemstone has got that really ethereal appearance. It is an opaque gemstone, but it has also got a certain element of translucency, so it's what we would call semi-translucent, and it glows internally. I absolutely love it. Beautifully lustrous, sizable, effortless pear drops, but just radiate the consistency of the colour, and it is a very aquatic blue. Do you think?
It is. It's very calming, isn't
Yeah.
it? When you look at it, and yeah, it's got a real calm feel to it.
It has.
It's a beautiful colour.
It's kind of like your Larimar, for example. It's like the Caribbean, I suppose. It's a very cool, definite. It's a different tone of blue that you usually see with your blue gemstones. For, you know, think of blue sapphire, maybe your Ceylon or your Kashmir. You think about tanzanite, your iolite, your kyanite, your turquoise, for example. They are all totally and utterly different in their appearance. This is quite dreamlike. It's sleepy. It's got a really enchanting appearance to it, and I absolutely adore chalcedony as a gemstone. Cool to the touch as well, so you can almost feel the temperature. That's what Mother Nature has created, a gemstone here which to wear is very cool. Should be £24.95 for 225 carats of stunning chalcedony. Again, just one of these on those those sterling silver shepherd hook earring findings that we've got coming up a little bit later on. I'll just pop them in actually. Just one of those on these would look amazing. Absolutely incredible. Price reduction for you down to $17.95. I mean, Jan, it's not hard to complete a high-end piece of jewellery when you've got these two components.
No, and that's the thing. When you've got sort of the materials that you're working with are that beautiful and high-end, any piece of jewellery that you make is going to be beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But even a beginner could create some very high-end, like myself. I would just take two of those chalcedonies and attach them to the actual earrings, which these are coming up a little bit later on in the hour, in about 10 minutes time, and then just, again, maybe multi-buy actually, and then use one of those as a bail to actually a pendant itself. So stunning. And again, the consistency of the colour across the entirety of the strand, if I hold it out for you so you can see how they actually fall. The consistency of colour and the sheer size. They're very dreamy, aren't they?
They do glow, don't they?
Really do glow.
Yeah.
Really do glow. I tell you, who was it that was saying to me the other day, I can't remember, just how chalcedony totally and utterly transforms as well when you put it on black. Let me drop in my tweezers there, sorry.
I think it was Debbie Bulford, wasn't it? I think
it was Debbie, wasn't it? It was Debbie. It does transform, doesn't it? It looks totally different.
But just as beautiful, just in a different sort of look to it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Incredible. Well done, well done, well done. Again, being added to my order. Love it, love it. Moving on to... Now, I know that this is last in stock. Get it whilst you can, because I don't know if we're going to be able to recommission something like this. For us to actively source the gemstone, for us to source the sterling silver, and obviously commission all the different components, I don't know if that's going to be possible at what you're about to see. So last in stock opportunity, last chance saloon, quite literally. Got 15 carats. Comes in one of our luxurious magnetic boxes. 15 carats of tanzanite, and again, I'm actually going to step away from the obvious, you know, where one locational, we've heard all that, one locational gemstone, etc. The fact that we're finding it so difficult to source this gem, it's gone from a gemstone where we used to buy thousands upon thousands upon thousands of carats on a regular basis. Now, we're lucky if we buy hundreds of carats in any one parcel at any one time. It's dramatically decreased. Now, tanzanite in the industry is not rare. It's still available, you know, from your jewellers and things like that. But for us as buyers, as traders, and it's only a matter of time before it actually hits sort of consumers, if you like, we are having real problems. And listen, we've been saying it for many years. We've been talking about, ever since Jewellery Maker was establishment, this is a gemstone that is one generational, or thought to be, and that jet lag effect, and that is a terminology that we use within the industry, is absolutely hitting us right now. And it's only a matter of time, as I just said, that the consumers really start seeing that you know, the same as issues that we are right now, and therefore the prices dramatically increase. In fact, they already have. I think since the last time that we actually bought direct, last time that Steve Bennett, and again, we still have connections with Steve whilst he doesn't own the company anymore. He will still have connections with it in terms of the buying. Last time that Steve went to the tanzanite mine was back in 2013, the end of 2013, and it was he came away with absolutely nothing. Didn't buy a single tanzanite gemstone, and to my knowledge, I don't know if he's actually returned since that. He tends to buy it through the trade. So huge push on getting, again, this gorgeous gemstone. But you're not just getting that, you also have your stunning sterling silver, and I'm just going to open these 1 minute because there's 40 pieces in total, including your chain, 50 centimetres, so half a metre. If you're wondering what the little black dots are in the bag, they are your anti-tarnish strips, so keep hold of those, they're invaluable. You have 10 open jump rings, which are 5mm in size, 10 sterling silver tubes, which are crimps or connectors or decorative pieces. You've also got 10 of your spacers. Let me just show you these, they're 3mm. 2 pairs of your S hooks, 2 pairs of your shepherd hooks for your earrings, and 2 of your large toggle T-bars. Just think about how much you pay for one of your toggle clasps. Not just here at Jewellery Maker, but outside of these 4 walls. So 40 pieces of sterling silver, plus all your amazing tanzanite, which has been faceted beautifully. I'd pay it for either component separately. $34.95. Again, last in stock. I don't know if we're going to be able to recommission something like this again. You know, for us to source the gemstone, for us to source the amount, you can see the average gram weight on the bottom of your screens there. It's 8 grams average across the entirety of the findings pack itself. So again, we're talking about real luxury and real quality. Get it as soon as you can. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Time is a-ticking. I need to move on because we have got so much to bring you, loads of brand new ins today, so very, very exciting show, and we are ever closer to the designer inspiration with the lovely Jan. Can I just say you're going to love this next kit? Would you go as far as saying one of your favourite, Jan?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Definitely.
The pieces of jewellery are most definitely.
I had so much fun working
Oh,
with it.
stunning,
I loved
absolutely stunning. Now it is time, though, for talk about luxury. Earlier on this morning, when for those of you that weren't with me, we had an amazing connector, clasp pendant, whichever way you want to look at it. Now we're about to bring you brand new, stunning sterling silver, amazing quality, flower detail, shepherd hook earrings, and they're up as a star buy right now. Okay. I've been here a while now, and I know I've made I hope I've made lots of friends here at Jewellery Maker. Certainly the crew and I guess designers, for example. We have got a vested interest. We have got a shared passion and a love. I've never confessed myself to be a very talented jewellery maker, and I'm not. I haven't got the patience, I haven't got the creativity that you have. Sometimes even I can create something which looks like a piece of jewellery which is just out of a jewellery boutique. And the reason for that is because this fantastic company are able to source some really high-end quality components. Now, this is one of those examples, and I want to, for solid sterling silver, 925. Those of you, we've deliberately left the graphics off the screens in about 30 seconds you'll see them. For those of you that know me, that know Jewellery Maker, trust us as a brand without shadow of a doubt, have never questioned it, or like I said, believe in us as a company and as a brand, then be on those phone lines. Because if you love these, you've got nothing whatsoever which is going to make you go, oh, you know what, I shouldn't have been on those phone lines quite so early. For the amount that is vested into the quality of these shepherd hooks, for the detailing that you've actually got with these amazing floral findings, solid 925. Again, a way of commissioning something which is high end and has got that boutique jewellery look with absolute ease. I mean, this is one for not just the most, you know, the most talented of jewellery makers, for some of the most basic jewellery makers like myself, basic, probably not the best word, but you know what I mean, beginners like myself, really, I need something to be to be relatively easy, and you can see just how simply these will actually connect to a matching to a pendant or a gemstone or something like that. Stunning quality. Now we have got a triple figure quantity, however 116, did you say, Rob? 61, I beg your pardon, 161. Now, however, as a regular host here, you two do tend to get a feel for how star buys are going to go, and kits similarly. I think this is going to be an on-screen sellout. If you're watching on the repeats, then by all means give us a try, because I've just heard, Rob has told me where these are going to. For solid 925 sterling silver, £4.95 with all of that detail. I mean, how easy would it be to take just one gemstone, encase it in between the actual prongs itself, with those beautiful floral details either side. I mean, mean, this either side of a pearl jam would just be amazing, wouldn't it? Or a briolette or something like that, or actually using them as a bale to create like a cascade. I love it, and I'm so pleased that so many of you decided to be on the phone lines and make those confirmations nice and early, because it makes me actually realise that it's not just, well, it's trust. We trust this business, don't we? We trust the fact that the quality that is coming to us, and we trust the fact that they are going to always negotiate the best price point. We're not one of those establishments that works on a 300%, 400% price increase. Believe me, that is the normal within the industry. Plus your VAT on top of that, by the way. It's a topic of conversation that I had with my own parents over the weekend, because they've followed my career, being my parents, obviously, and we've also got jewellers that are family friends, so it's a well-known fact to us that the price increase. I used to work out our staff discounts, by the way, and I'm not talking sort of here at Jewellery Maker, I'm talking way back when I first started in the industry. Our staff discount was take a piece of jewellery, divide it by 3 plus your VAT. That's how we used to work out our staff costs. You're getting solid sterling silver here, and I don't know if you'd find anything even remotely close to this with maybe synthetic gemstones for solid sterling silver at even 4 times that price tag, no. Jan.
So I was looking at them and I was thinking, okay, depending on what the price is going to be, I would multi-buy them. I would probably buy 3 lots, and then I've got 2 lots of earrings, 2 pendants, and a spare set of shepherd hooks.
Yeah.
But actually, looking at that price now, personally, I'd be getting sort of like, I'd even say, if I was at home, I'd be getting sort of 10 of those.
Oh, well, do you know what? You read my mind there, because so's Angela, so's Sonia's multi-bought, Ted's multi-bought, Sylvia's multi-bought. It's probably easier for me to say the people that haven't chosen to multi-buy. Probably at least 1 in 2, at least one, probably more than that actually. But I'm not just talking, 1s and 2s. Most people are choosing multi. That is an astonishing deal. Oh, well over 100 of these have gone, by the way. Susan's bought 6. Leslie's bought 3, Lily's bought 3, Pfeiffer's just bought 6 of these, Ron the Cunning Taffer's just bought 4 of these, Francis has just bought 4 of these, Margaret's just bought 3 of these. Who was that then? I can't actually physically keep up. Viv, you've got 3. It's not unusual, and I understand why. Just because and again, perhaps I should ask you this first, Jan, but to create something with these, because you can obviously see the connector in the centre, how could you talk us through?
A pinch bail.
A pinch bail.
So what you would do is you would just open that, so you've got that gap in between those, you'd pop in your gemstone or pearl or whatever, and literally pinch it together.
Yeah.
And it would just hold that gemstone securely. Or you could put a bit of hypo cement on it if you just want that added security. But once it's pinched, it's back into place, it's not going to go anywhere. No. And it's just so beautiful with just a gemstone suspended from there. Or even if you didn't want to do that, you just wanted a sterling silver pair of earrings, cut off those posts inside, pinch those flowers together, and you've got a beautiful sort of charm.
That's a really nice idea, actually. Yeah, it's a really good point.
So that's why I would be buying multiples of them. I'd make one set with
really
pearls.
Change it.
I'd get my money back, and then the rest of it then is gravy, isn't
Absolutely. It? Gravy. Love it, love it, love it. Good use of the word. Up and down the UK, all over the world getting involved. Again, I'm not surprised in the least. You can see that gorgeous quality. 925 stamp, solid sterling silver, 30 by 10 millimetres. Stay where you are. It's only a matter of time before they sell out. So absolutely amazing. Well done to those of you that got involved and have been guaranteed success already. Now, we've got so much more to bring you. Whilst our call centre are catching their breath, and whilst you're all on those phone lines, whilst you're making those confirmations, we'll keep the graphics in for the time being. We have got so much to bring you, including a brand new strand of chrome diopside. It is Russian diopside as well. And if you're thinking, oh, why is that more significant? There is a reason for it, so I'll talk some more about that during the actual star buy. They're big, individual, beautiful examples, guaranteed at under 50. Straight on the back, off the back of that, we have got, actually, this is what we're bringing off the back of that. Brand new amethyst. Look at the quality and the consistency of colour. Just beautiful velvety purples. Now, I don't know. It's just, I don't know exactly the location, but I'm I'm inclined to say Zambian just because of the depth of colour. This is coming your way under £10, so absolutely amazing. Very rare opportunity for me to bring you Mexican opal as well, so that country of origin. It goes to show that opal is one of the biggest variations of gemstones out there. You can get it from different localities around the world, and you can see here from Ethiopian opal to Australian opal to Mexican opal, just vast differences. So rare to see a very crisp, stark white gemstone, and it's definitely got that. Absolutely love it. Guaranteed under £20, brand new, coming your way as well, plus so much more. Now I'm so excited about the next designer inspiration that we've got coming your way with the lovely Jan. How many have we got, Rob, of the kit? Decent quantity, he says? Okay, high double figures, he's telling me, but so much wire and so affordable, and you'll absolutely adore. By the way, both parts of the kit are under £20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Is that the first time you've heard that?
Wow, that's amazing.
And you've got the square wire in it as well, so it's beautiful. Coming your way in a designer inspiration after this.
Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people.
Amethyst is an incredibly popular gemstone. It's one of the rare gemstones that everybody can instantly recognise. This is owing to its beautiful purple hues, and it can be seen in light purple through to a really dark, rich purple too. Amethyst is called several things. You get lavender amethyst for your light purple and rose de France for your more pinker tones. It is thought that the colouring element within amethyst itself is derived from titanium, but this is still not something that has been scientifically proven. Amethyst is perfect for the use in jewellery. Being 7 Mohs on the hardness scale, it means it's incredibly durable. Amethyst also shows tiger-like inclusions, like tiger stripes, and these are identifying the inclusions within the gemstone itself.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker have a special offer running on our workshops. If you book yourself on 4 workshops, you'll receive £50 off. We have a variety of courses to choose from beginner to advanced, covering a wide selection of mediums. This is a limited offer until the end of February, so book your places now to avoid disappointment.
Ever so excited to bring you this kit. We just had Rob in the studio then. Rob was like, right, okay, it's going to be a sellout, no if, buts or maybes. Because we've separated it, by the way, to the gemstones and the wire, and we've done that for your benefit, obviously, so you can make a conscious decision. But we haven't got enough. I mean, individually, there's so much that's exciting me to talk about here that I don't know where to begin. So we're going to start with the gemstones. And Jan, I know how much you loved working with this kit. I really do. But out of the gemstones, which was your favourite?
Oh, it's hard to say.
It is hard to say. It really is.
To be honest with you, I don't think I could pick a favourite. Although the spinel was beautiful.
Spinel is beautiful. Well, as Jan has actually mentioned it, talk about small but mighty. I mean, spinel it's all about the luster. You're not going to see brilliance or anything like that. These are micro-faceted 2x1 millimeters, so great way of adding real sparkle to your jewellery designs. And I don't think there's a better gemstone than black spinel to create that beautiful monochromatic look. Look, it's just amazing. There's nothing else like it. It's kind of got that, whilst it is most definitely a black gemstone, but it has got that real sparkle, and it seems like internal brilliance, but it's actually the surface luster and the level and skill of the lapidus work themselves. Like I said, 2x1 millimeter, and again, you, Jan, in some of your designs, and we will get to show your design shortly, you've created a real statement monochromatic piece with just a couple of these rondelles.
And that's the thing, you don't have to use lots of them in a piece to add that impact of them. They're beautiful.
They really are. Well, there is Jan's favourite. She says it's hard to choose, but love the spinel. Absolutely love the spinel. I think mine, just because it's a really unique cut. Now, the clear quartz, if you imagine a sort of round brilliant cut shape, and I'm not saying these are round brilliant cut, but imagine a stereotypical round brilliant cut shape where it has got the table facet, the crown facet, the coulis, then you've got the the girdle, then you've got the pavilion down to the coulis at the bottom. They are that beautiful shape.
They are stunning. And now you've picked those up now. Now they are my favourites now. So as we go through
Did it move quite a lot?
Yeah,
I bet it did. I'm going to hold these out and you can see that they're drilled through what would be pavilion, I suppose, so the belly of the gemstone. But you could really flip these up the other way. Can you see that? You could flip them to they're stunning.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Do you know what they also remind me of? Is it the Taj Mahal where you've got that sort of domed
I know where
roof?
you go. Yeah, I know where you're going with it.
They've kind of got that beautiful shape, haven't they? Amazing curves, and look at the fire that's coming from. Flashes of reds, oranges, yellows, and blues. It's an incredible shape of gemstone, one that I've not seen previously before. And again, with the black spinel as well, those two as a combination, just absolutely stunning.
They're lovely. Can I just say one thing as well? I got 0.6 wire through.
Really?
Through, not all of them, but a good majority of them.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. And look at that. See, monochrome at its best.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
It is amazing, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. And again, just take one of those, invert it, create like a diamond-like solitaire, wouldn't it? Like a round, brilliant cut solitaire. But we're still not done. We are still not done. What next, Jan?
Oh, I don't know. No, you choose.
I
I really couldn't choose between all of them.
I know, it's hard, isn't it? How about natural, amazing garnet? This is rhodolite, isn't it? Certainly looks like rhodolite garnet to me, just because it's got a really intense, full body red. And again, that gorgeous combination. That's just effortless, isn't it? Absolutely effortless. They're 3x1 to 5x2 millimetre. They are your beautiful rondelles, high refraction within this gorgeous gemstone. So expect brilliance. So we were talking about how with spinel that you don't get brilliance, but you get loads of surface luster. With your garnet, you get a ton of brilliance because of its ability to play with light, and the same with your amazing clear quartz here. You're seeing luster, brilliance, scintillation, fire, all of the above. Also, we're still not done with the gemstones. Champagne cultured pearls. How about that injection of golden golds?
Just beautiful. It's just a beautiful combination of gemstones, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's one of my favourite kits that we've ever put together. Can I kit to Pip upstairs? One of our favourite kits, Pip.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Without shadow of a doubt. Just so it looks luxurious, it looks high-end, and you're going to see that in Jan's designs, obviously. Now, actual price. As promised, we're not... Right, okay, going straight down to it, straight down. Because so many of you are on the phone lines, we need to bring that price onto your screen instantaneously. $19.95 for 4 beautiful quality high-end strands. I'd pay that for the clear quartz.
Yeah.
I would, without shadow of a doubt, pay that for the clear quartz. And again, with your garnet, with your spinel...
Wow.
The clear quartz alone apparently is £12.95. That seems incredible. You're getting 3 other gemstone strands then for well, as you can see, the difference of £19.95. Such a massive quantity of you on the phone lines, and I'm not surprised. Under £20, I'm going to give you a guarantee for the gemstones and also all the wire, including your square wire, both deliberately split into 2 parts, guaranteed under £20. So, and you've created, I don't know how many pieces of jewellery there, Jan, but there's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still, you said under 20, but you're saying it, but then actually seeing it in figures like that, I'm really shocked, to be honest with you, how beautiful they are, and the beauty. I mean, you can make really high-end, beautiful look pieces of jewellery.
Well, if I can, let me just quickly, and I am doing it approximately, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. There's 24 of those clear quartz on there.
Amazing.
I mean, that's 24 solitaires. We're over-allocated, by the way, on this, over-allocated. Or if we look at it another way, that's £5 for the garnet, £5 for the clear quartz, £5 for the spinel, £5 for the pearl. That doesn't make sense, does it?
Not when you look at the quality of them and the beauty of them.
I mean, here on your screens right now, we're under magnification, so you can really see the crystal clear clarity of that quartz. Now, we've only got 12 remaining. It is absolutely flying. Again, lots of you with it still in your baskets. I'll just keep everything crossed. It's going to be a matter of selling out, and I'm talking probably in the next 30 seconds. Well done. I'll move on, because it's, like I said, less than 10 now. Less than 10 remaining. Okay, second section. Guaranteed under 20. How many have we got of these, Rob? 98. You might think that's loads. It's not. It really isn't. Because Jewellery Maker, we're broadcast not just here in the UK, we're global. So there'll be the States of America getting involved, there's Australia, Berlin, Spain, all sorts of countries getting involved. Okay, everyone. Was that good geography? I was rubbish at geography. I was rubbish at geography. Now, you have got 100 metres of silver-coloured wire. Now, I actually saw a discussion on Facebook the other day, and I'm glad you've reminded me of this, Rob, saying, what's the difference between silver-coloured and silver-plated? Well, all of our wire, and I know it doesn't say it on the front, but bear with us, is all silver plated, even when it says coloured, because basically you have your copper, then we plate it with 925 sterling silver, and then we might put a colour over the top of that again. So for example, your turquoise will have turquoise colour. All of our wire is plated. Okay, so over the copper, or it might be solid silver. Just to clarify on that. Now you have got the 0.6 gauge here, so very versatile gauge, and 100 metres of. But also, Also, you have got the square wire. I love the finish that this creates. Now this is 1.25. Can you see that? 1.25. Sorry, 1.25 meters of it. And it's just over 1 mil. I love the finish that this actually creates. It's so beautiful, and I'll show off Jan's designs. And then you have got 2 meters of the square 0.8. So it's so lovely. It's the luster that you get with this, isn't it? Gorgeous play of light, which is totally different, totally and utterly different. Again, this is silver plated. So again, it says coloured, but there is silver plate. It's silver plated as well. This is flying. 98 is never nearly going to be enough. So in total, how many meters of wire are we talking? 103.25 meters of wire. And Jan, you've created there 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces of jewellery, and you could have gone on. Is that everything that you've got left?
That's the 0.6, and I've got some of the thicker gauge as well left. So I've got lots of wire left over, got lots of gemstones left over. Yeah, it could go on and on.
And Rob's guaranteed that this will be under £20 as well. Should be $29.85, which already seems amazing, doesn't it? Not $29.85 though. Quarter of the stock has gone. Jewellery Maker's already happy. Well, let's give you a third back into your pocket to treat yourself elsewhere. The quality and the consistency. Can I just bring? It's hard to say what my favourite is because I love them all, but I just want to show the back of one of your pieces here, Jan. Just because look at the difference and the finish. Just so professional, so incredibly professional.
The thing is, the square wire gives you that, especially for making rings, you get that lovely sort of, the shank of the ring is really neat as well, and it's just beautiful. I'm
going to say something which might be deemed as a little bit controversial. But, you know, I'm not afraid to rock the boat. I'm not. I think the square wire gives you a much more professional finish.
Yeah.
Than the round.
Yeah, and like you say, especially for rings for me, because you get that professional sort of ring shank, and it just looks really high-end as well.
It looks like it has literally been purchased from a jeweller. You might think that's controversial, but let me just turn this round. See what I mean? Does that not look like it has come from an absolute, from a silversmith, a particular jeweller? Again, look just down. I'm showing you all of them. The square wire just looks, to me, so much more professional. Yeah. Absolutely stunning. I love that, Jan. Absolutely love that. And I love this. And I love this. And I love that. I want them all.
I'm glad you like them.
I really do. I really do.
Such good fun working with them. I just love it.
So beautiful. And we were talking about how small but mighty. You've just got a few of those spinels within that cluster ring.
Again, you don't need, especially with the spinel, it's so beautiful and sparkly. You don't need many in there, but just to add that detail.
So lovely. And again, that's with the 1 mil shank. I mean, look at the size of the shank there. Look at how it plays with the light. I'll say it again. I think it's the most professional looking wire that we have.
It's almost
square shape.
A lot of facet.
Yeah,
you facet a gemstone to make it sort of sparkle. That's what it is with the wire.
Text in if you agree with me. I'd like to know. Do you agree with me? The square wire actually has got that more of a professional finish to it. Maybe because it has got a real structure, and I suppose it plays with the light more so. I don't know. You might totally disagree with me. If you do, that's absolutely fine. Each to their own, I guess. You do want to check out though, because there are already double rows of names. Over half the stock has already been allocated, and we've got how many in baskets? A further 25 in baskets. Further telephone bidders, telephone callers speaking to our contact centre. So it's only a matter of time before this actually sells out. Jan, I love it. I love it, and I love the pieces of jewellery that you made. You've got a suite of jewellery as well, haven't you? Here.
Yeah, I had to stop myself as well because I could have just gone on
I wish you hadn't. You made that one last piece that you could have just given to me.
But I did. I loved it. It was just one of the best kits I've worked with.
I think it's I said it this morning. Jan, I'll help you out the door. I will help you out the door. It's the nicest piece. I think it's the best quality jewellery that I've seen in a very long time.
But that's the thing, as we said before, when you've got quality materials to work with, it's, you know, it's hard not to make beautiful jewellery.
Mm.
Oh, look, it fits.
It does. Look at this. It's so amazing. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. You're not bad yourself.
Look. So you've actually sort of given a halo-like design to this.
Yeah.
And is this using the square wire and the round wire?
Well, it's using the square wire for the shank and the base.
Yeah.
And then using the 0.6 to do all the detail and to add that beautiful clear drop in the middle. And then I just sort of stitched in the
Absolutely
the
incredible.
spinel around.
Absolutely incredible. Oh dear, it got stuck. It got stuck. And again, this is channel setting. Is that? Have you channel set that?
Well, what I've done is I've gizmoed. We're going to learn how to do that one.
Are you going to be demonstrating
Yeah.
this one?
So I've got some gizmo sections, and I've sort of channel set, but sort of sat this spinel around, sort of on the top of those gizmo sections.
Can I just ask, does anyone think for 1 second that this looks like a piece of jewellery which we've made? Because it doesn't to me. That looks like it's been cast. It is that consistent and the quality is that high, wow. And a great use of the head pins there.
And I always say, you know, I cut off the head pin or little bits, and I say save them in a pot, because you'll always find a use for these little bits. And this is the time to use
And you've
them.
used that same design and just changed it into a pendant, so a matching pendant.
I just changed the direction of it and made a pendant. And then you could make earrings in that sort of design as well. So you make a complete suite, really, with that design, yeah.
Absolutely love it, Jan. You are amazing. You are absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
So show us how we make this so we can all be as clever as you.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, I should say, so I can be as clever as you, because I know lots of jewellery makers are already very, very clever. I'm not.
But one thing I will say is square wire. If you're just beginning, don't worry about if we say, oh, it's square wire, and you think it's something different. It is different, and it gives you a different look, but you work with it in exactly the same way.
Right.
So you haven't got any special sort of techniques or any special sort of knowledge to work with square wire. So what I did, when I knew I'd got square wire, I knew I was going to use it mainly for the shank of the ring and for the structure, and I was going to use the 0.6 then to embellish. So that's what I did. So what I did first, I've taken the length of the, which is the 0.8 wire. It's about 14 inches, okay? And I've made a little gizmo coil with the 0.6. So we've got a gizmo coil as well there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my ring mandrel and I'm going to find the sort of centre point. And I've actually got one prepared here. And what we're looking at doing is creating this as a base. So you can see there's two lots of gizmo coil on each side, and there's that little rose sort of detail there in the middle. I mean, that on its own actually is quite pretty, but that's the base that we're going to do to add on the gemstones. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our 14 inches of the 0.8, find the centre point, take the ring mandrel, and you want to go sort of a size larger than you need, because we're going to wrap around a couple of times. So we wrap around the mandrel and back to the top. Okay, don't cross them over. There. So you've got the wires coming at the top, and you've got two lengths behind. Okay?
Whilst you've got a mandrel there,
Yep.
it's funny enough, I've got one. I've got the mandrel set.
Right.
In fact, I've got two.
Brilliant.
So, I've never seen these before.
They're
Never
great.
ever seen them before. They're great.
They're great for making bails with. You can make jump rings with
So
them.
perfect for the pendant of this
Perfect
ring.
for the pendant of this. And actually, if I was making the pendant, rather than I made the pendant in the same way as the ring, and I used my ring mandrel, but to start it off. But you could actually use the larger part of this
Yeah.
to start off the pendant in exactly the same way as this.
Absolutely. You've got the graduation there as well. Never seen it previously before. Comes in the
Right.
packaging, so there's two different sizes, both with the graduation themselves. And I'm just wearing one of your rings. I'm just thinking, yeah, you could have done that as well with
Yes,
the mandrel,
yeah,
couldn't you?
you can.
It's a great way of creating uniformity.
It is. And like I say, to do a bail, if you've got a wirework pendant and you want a bail, it's perfect for shaping bails. Great for making those different sort of size jump rings. If you just want sort of consistent loops, you know, you've got that. Perfect. Because if you want that consistent shape throughout a design, you've got the tools to do it then.
Again, it's talking about that professionalism, isn't it?
Professional
and
finish.
being able to actually have something which is absolute. I mean, you notice if I don't know, within a specific design, one's a little bit off keel, shall we say? Yeah, I mean, you'd notice it in this kind of design. If I show you here, I mean, this is a shiny example, isn't it? If I actually put it on the back on my hand itself, so you've actually used some loops to actually create a kind of like floral bale. Can you see that? That's incredible, Jan.
Look at those gems, that gemstone there. It's just stunning, isn't it?
Oh.
But that's the sort of thing that you can do with the mandrels that you've got. You make those details, or you can wrap it around and make spirals with them. You can do lots and lots of things with them.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I wanted to show you that as well, because this is what you can create. $6.95 for the two.
That's brilliant.
$6.95 for the two. It's that consistency. And it might think, oh well, a mandrel's a mandrel. The smaller sizes, you'd struggle to get those loops, for example, with the mandrel.
Like you say, with this one, you've got the really small size as well, so you've got everything you need there. Brilliant.
Fabulous, $6.95 only. Do stay on those phone lines. And back to our lovely Jan. So you haven't gone any further. Thank you for doing that, just staying where you are.
So what we've done, we've got to the top here, and now all we're going to do is as we do with the rose sort of ring we do. So all I do is hold the wire, I pop my thumb on there, turn that at an angle, and then pull that quite tight and an angle there, okay?
Yep.
And then follow that around. We don't want to make a big rose detail, but we want enough sort of wraps in there to secure that. So I know when I take that off, that ring's not going to spring. It isn't quite lined up because we haven't wrapped around as yet, okay?
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this side that comes off here, we're going to wrap it around that mandrel there. That mandrel. I've got mandrel on the brain now. Around the ring shank there, okay? So what we want to do, we want to come out a little bit. There. If I just wrap that and show you. There. So we've got our little rose section, and we've come out a little bit and wrapped there on that side. So we've got one wire now going that way. I'm going to turn that around, and I'm quickly going to do the same on that side. Okay? Bring it in. There. So now we've got the ring, and we've got a wire coming from either side. Don't worry if it looks a little bit sort of bent, you can just run your fingers along it, straighten that out. Now what I've done is I've cut 2 coils from the gizmo section that I've made, and what we're going to do, we're going to pop one of those on, and we're going to shape that, hold it.
Ah, now see, I thought you'd wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped, but you haven't. You've used a bit of gizmo.
This is the easier way to do it. So you've got that little section there.
But the best way of getting a consistent coil.
Yep, yep. So it's not fiddly at all. Yeah. And then all you've got to do is wrap that again against that shank. Now I find it easier sometimes just to get the pliers in there, just so you've got a nice tight wrap. Okay, so that's one side. And then on the wire that was going the other way, do exactly the same. And again, follow that round. There. So you've got your opposite side, okay?
Looks lovely, like so.
And then all what I did is I did another row of it. Again, I'm using the pliers just to pull that in, just to make sure that's nice and tight. There, okay? So that's our first section. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a longer section, but we need to measure this up actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that in there, and I'm going to shape it around, and then I can work out where, actually that is just about spot on. That was just luck more than judgment. I'm just going to cut that little bit off the end. There. But if that was too long, what I would do is I would just sort of work that out and snip off a little section. And what you want that to sit right next to that, really close.
Yeah.
There, so that you can just sort of sew on the spinel, okay? And all you do is wrap that around in exactly the same way, making sure that's nice and tight. And then with the other one here, do exactly the same until you get to that point. So you've got the double row of the gizmo coils, okay?
We've got a question for you, Jan. Okay. What pliers are you using?
These are actually, I've had these from JM for forever, probably about 3-4 years. But I use my Xeron pliers as well. I've got those there. So any of these would do the job.
Right, okay. So they're either JM or Xeron, both of which you can get from us here. Is it because you can get in a little bit closer, I suppose? So I've noticed with when you're using the pliers, you're really hooking it round to get it secure.
When I'm doing sort of the ring shanks and things, it's nice to get in there, and especially the Xeron pliers, because they've got that really tight point on them.
Yes.
You can really get in there and you know, really get in and get a tight sort of grip on things, tight twist. So yeah, perfect for me. I use them all the time. But again, similarly these, but actually the Xeron ones are probably a little bit more precise, to be honest.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do is, we've done that, so we've put our double row on. Now to finish it off, I've just wrapped it around. I finished the one side, but I've left one just to show you. So all we're going to do is push that close to the shank as we can and snip that off with my flush cutters there, okay? And then all we're going to do, and actually I've got my other ones as well, my little narrow ones, the little pointy ones, because I find that they're nice to squish down, make sure there's no sharp edges, okay?
Lovely, and again get that really neat finish. Yeah. Really neat finish that we were referring to.
So that's our base.
There's the base. You can see how it's developing, can't you? Now, before we go any further in your designer inspiration, I want to show you these. Oh, my goodness. In all of my days, I can't believe where these are going to, Rob. Are you sure? Who launched these? Really, Sales Manager Scott? Can I just say, Sales Manager Scott? What on earth were you thinking? This is a ridiculous price point for the... There's 1,000 carats. I mean, by the way, big tick for you guys right now. Can I...
Goodness me, look at that.
1,000 carats. Ooh. Look at the quality of this labradorite. We refer to the percentage of... Oh, look. I sounded a little bit like the Churchill dog then, didn't I? But...
That's amazing, isn't it?
Wow. The quality and the size of these labradorite cabochons are just... That's like a peacock.
That's amazing.
Isn't it? And they're all amazing. Oh, look at the pinks coming through there. I don't want to put this one down. I'm holding on to this one. I'm definitely holding on to this one. Oh, wait. Oh, look. Every single one. And lovely variation of shapes and sizes here as well. Quality labradorite. I can't believe where these are going to. Yeah, you show that one, Jan, because I tell you what, I'm trying to squeeze them all in. Go on, you show that one, Jan.
Sorry. Look at that.
Oh.
That is stunning, isn't it?
Can I just say as well, look how much you're getting. Oh. Hold up.
They are beautiful.
There's 1,000 carats, and look how many. All different shapes, all different sizes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh, look. Everything that a labradorite aspires to be is before us right now. Absolutely before us right now. You've got the really large, and you've got the smaller size as well. Should be apparently $27.95. You know, next time that we're in a training session, Rob, and our sales manager says to us, you know what? That was a ridiculous launch price. Ridiculous. I highly doubt we'll be able to get them again at that price. We can go, well, hang on a minute. On such and such a date, you brought these at £21.95, and I tell you what, that'll shut them up straight away. That's an incredible deal. Wouldn't this be amazing for wire wrapping with the square wire?
They are phenomenal. They are absolutely beautiful. With the square wire would look gorgeous.
I keep holding up the big ones because I like big statement jewellery, but you've got all different sizes and shapes.
They're amazing. And every single one has got that beauty to it, hasn't it?
Look at the reds. Oh. Just amazing. How many have we got of these, Rob? 77 in the world. Deb, hi, lovely. She says, hi, I love James Labradorite. It has so much labradescence in it, and it attracts a lot of attention, doesn't it just, Deb? Doesn't it just? But Deb, you're one of our regulars here at Jewellery Maker. Can I just ask you a question? And we're going to be honest, because listen, we're not changing anything that's on the screens right now. Do you think that our sales manager got this very, 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 very wrong in a good way. I think this could have been doubled in price and it'd still be amazing. Still be an absolutely incredible deal. Love these shapes that you're getting here, Jan.
And that's the thing as well, it's nice to have the different shapes and the different sizes because it sort of stretches your creativity as well, doesn't it? And it helps you go into lots of different directions. You could go for pendants, you could go for rings, you could sort of earring. They are beautiful. Gorgeous.
No two will be the same either. It is amazing quality. You're right, Deb. You're right to point that out. I can't see how many of you are there, but Rob's saying, there's loads. Em, can you show me the call screen just so I can say massive congratulations? Yeah, can you, honey? Thanks, Emma. So, look. You all deserve a shout out, you really do. Michelle, Vivian, Vicky, Suffolk, Claire, Kathleen, Sophia, Valentina, Barbara, Nina, Sandra, Natalie, Parveen, Jill, Arthur, Rajitha, hello to you, Beryl, Gemma, Jennifer, Kent, Elaine, another Kent, West Sussex, hello to you, Venetia, Helen, Cassie, Linda, another Linda, Alison, Marilyn, Jeanette, I can't keep up. Listen, there's rows and rows and rows of you there. 77 available. Wendy in London has said, bought 2 packs of these the other day and I got lost in them for hours. Tempted again. Fab designs, Jan.
Oh, thank you. They're beautiful.
Deb said if Scott had charged double, people would still buy it. I agree, Deb. I totally agree. Yeah. I think so as well. But by the way, that's a good thing. And it just goes to show that we are not, we're not about slapping a massive margin on opportunities. We're about bringing you the best quality and passing on those amazing negotiations. Claire and Bridget, got mine. Always buy my labradorite from JM. It's the best. You're welcome. Thank you, Claire. I agree. I totally concur. Totally concur. I've never seen anything like these before.
The quality of them is phenomenal, isn't it? Well, you put those ones in and I'll have those ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Between
Thing is, I haven't got any pockets in my trousers.
I've got a few.
I'm in the leggings now. So hang on, I've got one thing I've got is maternity bra, which will hold that.
You get a few in there.
I will get a few in there, you're right. They're amazing. We're over allocated. Well done, everybody. Absolutely fantastic. Sorry to interrupt you, my darling, but I thought you'd want to see those.
I don't mind being interrupted for those because they are beautiful.
Oh, they're incredible. Wait till you get them home. Wait till you get those home. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Now back to, so you've created your base, haven't you?
We've created the base and now we're going to start adding gemstones.
Yeah, now see, I thought you'd that coil and everything had been you've been wrapping round all from one piece of wire, but
no,
makes it loads easier.
It makes it a lot easier, and that's the thing. I think if you break it down, and if I'm being totally honest, when I started making this ring, I didn't know where it was going to go. I made the little rose in the middle, and then sort of sat there looking at it for a bit and thought, oh, what about if I had a gizmo coil? Yeah, and then I thought, I know, spinel in there would look lovely. So it just sort of evolved.
Yeah.
I didn't have a plan.
I like that.
If I'm being honest.
I like that. Some of the best jewellery evolves, doesn't it?
I think I like making jewellery like that.
Well, that's how these top chefs come up with these recipes.
Put a bit of that in, put a bit of this in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so what I've done is I've added a little bit of 0.25, just purely to add on the spinel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap in the 0.25. So what I'm going to actually hold it there and wrap it around the ring shank, because we're going to add a little bit of 0.6 as well in a second to add on the garnet. So I'm just going to quickly wrap it around the ring shank there just to secure it. Okay. And now what I want to do is sort of start in the middle there. So now we've got the 0.25 there, and what we can do is just hold it in place there. So that's where I'm going to drop in a spinel. Okay. And this spinel is so beautiful.
Yeah, they're only 2 by 1 millimetre, but they look so sizable, don't they? Just because it's the gemstone, basically.
I just got to find the hole because they sparkle so much. Oh, goodness me. I could do with my handy-hander. There we go. Okay. So you put on the spinel, find the place that it's going to sit, and then the 0.25, if you pull, it will just pop in between that gizmo coil there. Okay? And then bring it back up through that centre section there. And I didn't wrap it around, I just got it into place ready for the next one. And that's literally what I did. I wrapped those all the way around so that, but I just think the spinel sitting in there just looks so pretty. So So there.
Oh, it does. And like I said, it's kind of similar to your channel set design, isn't
Yes.
it? But really, they're just kind of nestling their way into that little, well, 2 gizmo coils.
They are. They're just sort of sitting there, and I'll just do one more. So I don't want to. What should I say? It's one more if you can find the drill hole. There we go. So that's all you do, and then find the spot that you want it. Pop that 0.25 there, and it'll just open that gizmo coil.
And that 0.25 is literally going in between where you can't see.
You can't see it. I mean, you could use 0.4, but that would open up this section a little bit more. But you do that, and it just sort of blends in.
Yeah, you can't see the 0.25 wire, can you?
It
at all?
opens it slightly, but nothing, you know, not too much. So all I would do is, I'm just going to put that back in there, go around and add in all the gemstones you want on that side, and all the way around. So you've got your spinel setting all the way around.
Yep.
Okay. I won't do that for now because I don't want to bore you with it. So all I'm going to do is wrap that and get rid of that. But when you get to the end, just simply wrap it around the shank a few times. As I say, we're going to cover that actually with some of the 0.6. So just wrap it around, snip that off, and just imagine that we've set in all the spinel all the way around there.
Love
Okay?
it.
So the next stage is we go to our 0.6.
Yeah.
I'm going to move these out of the way 'cause I know I'm going to throw them across the studio. I don't want to do that. So we're going to take a length of that, maybe about 15 inches of the 0.6. And then what we're going to do, we're going to wrap around the shank here, okay? So just wrap it around a couple of times just to secure it to the shank. Keep it nice and neat. Again, using some pliers just to get that nice consistent wrap. Snip that off. Don't go too far and snip all of it off. Squish it down, and then we're going to push that up to meet the ring there, okay? And then push that up there. You can use your pliers and just make sure that that's in there. Right, so now we've got the 0.6 attached to the shank there, and we're ready now to add on gemstones, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to thread on 6 of the garnet. And the garnet on the 0.6, not all of it went on, but the majority of it.
So you're using the round wire now.
I'm using the round.
And because you're feeding the gemstones on, and the fact that you've got 100 metres of this, don't waste the square wire being fed through anything else.
No, and that's it. You don't really want to cover it over too much.
No, because that's half the attraction of it, isn't it? Well, it is the attraction of it.
So what I've done is I've got 5 on there. I'm going to put 1 more. Okay, so we've got 1 more on there.
It was me chewing on my lips then as we were in shot. So that's a bad habit of mine.
I do that a lot there.
Bite my lip.
So now we've got the 6 on. Now we don't want it to start here. We want it to sort of bring it over a little bit. So bring your wire round. And what we're going to do is there.
Look at that.
So that it sort of folds
Like
around.
like a little wave.
Little wave. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pop the wire through that side there. Hold that in place.
Love it.
So one's going to go down that way. Okay, that side. Actually, no, ignore what I've just said. We do need to go down, but don't go in the opposite, go in the same side. I was thinking that's not going to fit otherwise. There. So we've come up this side, okay, and we've put our gemstones on. So you're going in the same side.
Same side, right?
Side.
Fair enough.
Okay, so now we've got room now to put the other one in.
Bring the opposite.
Because otherwise you're going to be crossing them over.
Yes, that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Unless that's part of your design.
Unless that's what you want to do.
Unless you want that to happen.
And obviously, you know.
We have still got a few remaining opportunities on the wire, but over 20 are still in baskets, so it's just a case of fingers crossed for you. We had 98, so it's not a huge amount with a square wire, and 2 lots of square wire as well. About how many, sorry? About 15 remaining, so we are over allocated without doubt. So you're just feeding on some more of your garnets.
So what I've done is, now we've passed it through there, I've wrapped it around the shank again, so we're back at this point, and we can go now with our second lot of garnet. So I'm just just threading on quickly the 6 for the opposite side. Just 2 more. You're trying to do it quickly, it never works, does it?
Plenty of time.
There we go. Right, so I've threaded on the 6. And now again, we're coming from this side. Okay. So we need to bring those over and we're going to wrap those in to that section there. So again, we're popping that through there on the same side. Hold them in place so they don't slip around too much. There. And now you see that you've got that sort of crossover detail there. Okay. And then all we're going to do, make sure that they're all nicely spaced out. What we're going to do is take the 0.6 now and wrap it again around that shank there, just to make that nice and neat and secure it there. You can squishy these little bits of wire in that you've used to secure your... Actually, that one's...
It's a technical term that many guest designers use.
Squishy.
A bit of squishy.
Oh, where would life be without squishy?
Oh, I like a good squish.
And me.
Can't beat a good squish.
No, good wire squish. Oh, does you the world good.
A good what?
Wire squish.
Wire squish?
Yeah, squishing your wire.
I thought you said a good wife squish then.
Don't know about that.
I'm sure that's nice too.
So, if you imagine all the spinella on, and then you've got that sort of crossover detail of your garnet, and then, if I can just show the actual ring. Like I said, a head pin, I used one of the triangular head pins, a little bag that I've got with lots of little bits in. So I found 2 of the little triangular head pins there. And all I did is use some hypo cement and just put them on there. And I just thought...
you've literally glued them on?
Yeah, I just put some hypo cement on them. Or you could, if you wanted to, put the whole head pin through and wrap it around. But I'd got a little bag of bits, and I thought it just sort of finished it off.
It covers
really
also
nicely.
the attachments, doesn't it, on the side? So I think that's a really nice idea.
Yeah, because on this one, if you see, we've got our wire wrapping section there.
Yeah.
But with the little little detail on it.
It looks lovely. What a great idea. Hypo cement, by the way, is available on our website. Absolutely incredible. Thank you, Jan.
You're welcome.
And in terms of changing it from a ring to a pendant, very easy.
What I did to make it into the pendant, instead of wrapping around the ring shank twice, I did it once.
Yeah.
And then when I got to this stage, I made it as a ring with one band.
Okay.
And then I simply snipped it there.
Don't do it.
I won't do it now because it's a double one. But snip it there, and then you can bend these back. And then one of them make the bail, and the other one just make a little curl. Actually, if I show you, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
So it was done in exactly the same way, but on the bottom I curled it, just made a little curl there. I nearly cut it then. And on the top I made the bail with the little section.
Amazing. Look at that. Look, Jan, you are inundated with text messages. I'm sorry we can't bring them all up, but we'll make sure Jan gets every single one of them. So loads of love for your designs.
Thank
and
you.
I totally agree. Can I say it one more time? Can I say it one more time? I think some of the best jewellery that we've ever seen.
Oh, you are kind, thank you. It's so much fun.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Beautiful.
Val.
I mean, they're so professional. So professional. Well done. Thank you, my darling.
You're welcome.
Thank you, my lovely.
You're
We'll be back
welcome.
with Jan. We've got more from Jan. You're staying with me, aren't you, for the
am.
rest of the morning?
I am.
Fantastic. Not letting you go. But we are about to bring you a big star buy opportunity. Now, oh gosh. Imagine bringing this gemstone and incorporating it into designs just like this, and it's a gemstone that we expect to have to invest in a more considered price point. Now there's so much that I could speak about. So do you know, I'm going to be focusing in particular on the fact that this is from one location which is so hugely sought after at the moment, but chrome diopside, or diopside, can be found in different locations around the world, but gem quality is very, very rarely sourced. But naturally it tends to form in a lot smaller sizes. The bigger it is, it can get so dark, I suppose, in its main body colour, and it's totally and utterly natural, by the way, so dark that you'll actually lose the refraction and the internal brilliance. So if you've ever wondered why chrome diopside tends to be seen in sort of half a carat sizes or less, that's the reason, because it suffers with what we call extinction. I'm about to bring you massive individual faceted solitaires, and I can guarantee from that location, that supreme sought after location, it is coming under £50. Okay, we've brought the graphics in straight away. We've got an amazing quantity, which is really exciting when it comes to chrome dioxide. The last time I managed to bring a sort of showcase where it was an hour-long opportunity of different designs, one-of-a-kind pieces in many cases of chrome dioxide. I can remember clear as day, I actually said, and it was just before, it was about the summertime last year, and I was actually saying, I think, it's going to be one of those gemstones like your Paraiba tourmaline, like your Papadacha sapphire, like your alexandrite, which you just simply won't see in the foreseeable future. And it is looking like, not meaning to sound smug or like I'm gloating, but I think it is actually going to be proved accurate. And again, that comes from the knowledge which is shared via our sources. Now, a gentleman's name, Mr. Ying, he is probably one of the most influential individuals when it comes to chrome dioxide globally. And we used to source directly from him. And he actually passed on some frightening news back in the Hong Kong Trade Fair last year. Actually said, listen, the quality of chrome dioxide that is available currently is very, very bad. So it meant that we were obviously just turning it away. We were just refusing it because we don't want to bring you substandard quality of this gemstone. And the price has dramatically increased. And when asked, you know, are you going to be getting any further deposits? Because he is one of the very few Western licensed traders of chrome dioxide in the world, he actually said, I can't get hold of the miner themselves. It seems like their phone lines are completely and utterly disconnected. Now, chrome dioxide is only mined on a good year, 2 to 3 months of the year from the Siberian location. Because of the most extreme weather conditions, I mean, it is sub-zero temperatures. It has to be mined in the summer months, and it's basically too cold. The land, the ground itself is too rock solid frozen that you simply can't mine at any other times of the year. Isn't it incredible to think that this picture is actually during the summer months itself? However, back in 2015, so last year, the mine actually closed a lot earlier than it had done previously because so little of it was coming out of the ground. Now, in 1998, chrome dioxide created, it gained momentous recognition, and that's because it is likened to the most amazing green. Similarities to maybe a Zavarite. That's probably the only green gemstone I can make direct comparisons to because it's amazing brilliance. It's high refraction. But like I said just moments ago, it is very, 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 very rare to have chrome dioxide of over 0.50 carats. Individually, very, very, very rare. I've got 40 carats and that's split over, let me just count this for you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, gosh, I've just seen one which is absolutely huge, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, approximately. Can we do 28 divided by 40? I'm just trying to work out the average carat weight. 0.7, so we're well over. No, hang on a second, I need to rephrase that. 0.50 is not the average carat weight. That's the carat weight where it's recognised to be astonishingly rare above. And every single one of these are. Because it loses that colour, it suffers with extinction, as I was saying earlier on, becomes so dark that you can't actually see the refraction, the brilliance, you can't see that green, bottle green. So exciting, look at this. It's brand new. It's certainly a location. Oh my goodness, that colour is just astonishing. It is without doubt the most sought after location on the planet. You can get diopside from all over the world. However, gem quality like this from this location, it is staggeringly expensive and only set to continue in our predictions, astonishingly as well. And just look at one, whichever one it is, just pick one amazing gemstone on this incredible strand and just think about this when you actually are, I don't know, wire wrapping it, when you're taking it to a jeweller's and actually having it set into something, I don't know, either or. This gemstone, whichever one you choose, has actually reduced a staggering 90% from its rough to the faceted gem that you are looking at, the beautiful treasure that you behold. 90% price reduction. We should be launching this. I don't think I'm going to be able to say these words very often, for very much longer. I don't think we'll ever be able to bring you chrome dioxide. We'll never say never, but it'll be a big if. Chrome dioxide in double figures, let alone $44.95. Not just a little bit under 50, is it? Totally and utterly natural. Expect a ton of brilliance because this is such high quality. Oh my goodness, Rob. $34.95. Rob's saying to me, Elle, sometimes I actually don't like to tell you what we're going to really launch it at because I think you're going to get angry. That makes me sound like I'm a right monster. But you know, I know what you're saying, Rob. It's because I get very passionate about the fact that this could effectively be devaluing the gemstone, whether we'd even be able to source this gem from this locality at the price that you're seeing. If you think about it, so 2 to 3 months of the year on a good year that the mine is currently being mined, if that is still the case, because as I said, Mr. Ying said the phone lines do appear to be disconnected, and there is rumours that this gemstone is actually being sourced to, or rather has been purchased by a very large gem trader in the Chinese market who's bought exclusivity. Don't know if that's absolutely true as of yet. Very difficult to get absolute feedback straight from that location. Very, very difficult. We are trying, of course, but irrespective, if it's difficult for us, it's difficult for everybody. So again, I don't know if we'd be able to even source this gemstone at anywhere near this price tag, or even 25% of this strand. This is just a handful of collectors who are getting involved on the phone line. Wow, there's so many of you there. I'm absolutely delighted for you. Absolutely delighted for you. Congratulations, Barbara, Justin, Jean, Irene, Tracy, sorry, Linda, Francesca, Maureen, you're with me as well on those phone lines. Kathleen, Hadriana, you've got yours. And we can think about it. Where is tanzanite right now? We know tanzanite. It's an obvious gemstone. We know that we talk about how it's going to deplete. We talk about the price increases, etc. I'm going to put this out there. I don't know if chrome dioxide, in fact, I'm pretty certain it will be, is beyond the rarity of tanzanite and maybe even beyond the price point of tanzanite. I need to move on though because we've got more brand new ins. We're going to do a back-to-back star buy. Still available, the chrome dioxide, but I need to move on. Okay. Brand new. I'm going to say I think this is from the Zambian mine, the Gemfields mine, just because it has got that very distinctive, that very, very, very distinctive, rich, velvety purple. Wow, totally natural. So sometimes amethyst is heat treated to intensify those beautiful, beautiful purples. Not needed. Look at the consistency of colour. The Gemfields, Gemfields, which is a big company. You've got Mila Kunis, who is the brand ambassador for them. Hollywood A-lister. Ethical, by the way, company. Really support giving back to the environment and actually looking after the environment itself and the communities in that locality. So really similar mindsets, I suppose. They purchased their own jewellery establishment. Didn't do anything by halves, bought Fabergé as a brand. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because of the quality that Fabergé, you would, as is fairly obvious, would command. I don't know for certain that this is Zambian amethyst, but I'm guessing just because it has got that very distinctive velvety hue. And those of you that do have listened to Steve Bennett and how he talks about you've got to be careful where you're buying your amethyst from because there is unfortunately synthetics out there, but also that rich, intense purple, how less than 5% of the world's amethyst is of that quality. I'm going to say it, of this quality, guaranteed at under £10. I can't believe we're about to launch it at under £10. You know everything I said about Scott, our sales manager, just then, Rob, about the fact that he launched that labradorite way too low? I think we're about to do it again. Look at the sheer size. $6.95. Sudden intake of breath there, John.
I can't believe that.
$6.95.
Gutted. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Look at the quality of that colour.
The colour is just stunning, isn't it? And it's nice to have them in that smooth rondelle shape.
Yeah.
They are beautiful. They're stunning at that price. Again, doesn't compute, doesn't
It
go
doesn't.
together.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. And again, I'm going to think that this is maybe just because all of these are on one strand doesn't mean that that's where they initially came from. You know that we have got, and I'm sorry. Bear with me. For example, this rondelle right here could have come from, I don't know, a one-of-a-kind piece. A one-of-a-kind piece, and this could be that sort of the offcuts, I suppose. Look at the clarity that you're getting here, and that consistency all the way through. So many of you are choosing to multi-buy, and I do not blame you at all. Sylvia's bought 2, Francesca's bought 2, Irene's bought 3, Anne has bought 2 of these, Kathleen and Devon and Jane and Wendy and Charlene. So many of you buying 2s and 3s of these, and again, 35 of these are in baskets. Have we got quantity? Oh, we've got a massive quantity though, but we're going to need it. We're absolutely going to need it. It's a brand new launch. And if you've ever wondered how amethyst kind of appears and then disappears from our screens, for this, you know, that really intense purple, 100 allocated, by the way, 100 already allocated. Please do check out. Have you ever noticed how amethyst of this really deep velvety purple, being the most sought after colour and grade of amethyst, how it's on our screens and then it's gone, and it's like a delay until it actually comes back? It's because quality like this, it's like us being able to readily source quad A tanzanite. You just don't put your hands on it every single day. It is, you know, the rich, intense purples with that beautiful clarity is ultimately the best of the best. It's like a decolourless diamond. So we expect there to be a delay on that very pure and intense velvety purple. Wow, over half the launch stock has gone, and again, I'm going to guess that probably about 70% of you have chosen to buy more than one of these, and at least 50 of you have it in your basket, I can see, and that's increasing by the second. Telephone bidders, please do stay where you are. It's one of the most pleochroic gemstones, amethyst. It's not just purple. You'll see flashes of pinks, flashes of blues coming through. Get it out into natural daylight. It loves to show off. Next month's birthstone also. So for those of you that know of any February babies, they have got one of the most luxurious, gorgeous gems as their birthstone. We have got coming your way brand new Mexican crisp white body colour opal coming up in the next hour, so please do stay tuned. So much more from myself and from Jam. Congratulations, stay where you are. I'll be back after this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Tiger's Eye is a gemstone that can be masculine or feminine. It comes in like these luscious caramel colours, and when you get it in fuchsia, that's my favourite, when it's bright pink. Love that, and the chatoyancy makes it so different. It sort of follows you around the room, so it makes for some really interesting pieces.
Tiger's Eye is one of the first gemstones that I was ever exposed to. My mum bought me a beautiful Tiger's Eye bracelet when I was away at university, and I've worn it ever since. It has a lot of personal value to me. Not only that though, the Jewellery Maker Tiger's Eye which you can get exudes so much chatoyancy and more chatoyancy than I've ever seen from any other Tiger's Eye. The carat weights are brilliant, you can get it in dyed qualities, but it's the natural essence of the gemstone which I think people find so attractive about it, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's one of our biggest sellers.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back, everybody. Congratulations to all of you that managed to get hold of the amethyst and equally your chrome diopside. Now there's so much more to bring you. Rob just stepped into the studio here and said, "Al, it's going to be right here and over here and over here. We've got new stuff. We've got more from Jan and oh gosh, it's just going to be incredible." Mexican opal coming your way, and it's a beautiful crisp white body colour, which is so rare. When you think about how few white gemstones there are, that's coming up in about how long? Half hour? So not long to wait. I've got amazing, excuse me, kind of marquise rice bead shapes. They're beautiful coming your way, and of course incredible bundles and more amazing tools. So should we get this hour underway? Shall I go into? Now. Chatoyancy, beautiful chatoyancy. A really velvety navy blue. It is your Tiger's Eye. Now, Tiger's Eye can be dyed, which I'm not too proud to admit. I only learnt a few months ago. And it doesn't diminish the chatoyancy, quite the contrast actually, really enhances it. So you get that gorgeous movement of light across the surface with a lovely sort of labradorite midnight blue. Very distinctive. And again, take this out into natural daylight, that's when it's really going to come into its own. 40 carats here, and they are 4mm plain round, so a great size. 4mm. I mean, you could use this in the ring that you've there's a ring design that you've just demonstrated there, Jan, couldn't you?
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
They're not too big, are they?
Not too big. Great for channel setting.
Yes.
They're perfect for really delicate channel set pieces.
If you're wondering, oh, I'd like to do channel setting, get Jan's DVD. It's available on our website, and yeah, it would be incredible for that, wouldn't it? Maybe with some lovely yellow gold coloured wire would be beautiful. But then it will also look amazing with your silver, your copper, your rose. $5.95. Chatoyancy, a phenomenal gemstone, and I didn't know up until a couple of months ago that it was just an assumption, and okay, I admit it, I confess, I was very wrong, that I thought if you dyed Tiger's Eye then it would probably lose all that chatoyancy, but it actually seems to do the opposite.
It does sort of enhance it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You don't lose anything for the beauty of the gemstone.
Especially in natural daylight. Like I said, here in the studio there's no natural light, and that's so basically you can see us better. But if you take this strand and you just take it out into the corridor to just outside, you really see that intensity of blue. So it's just going to keep on delivering. And again, just restrand it, keep it simple. It will look amazing. Just a bracelet of that would look lovely. Yeah, looks stunning. Or take it to a really luxurious high-end design like channel setting you were saying there. Moving on to, how about The wirework, talking of kind of channel setting, this is your wirework star signs. It's a 3-disc CD. It's with the lovely Alison Tarry. It's one of our luxurious DVDs where you get, you know, so many extra hours basically. Disc 1, 2 and 3, and it covers all the different star sign. So I'm thinking, well, everybody's got a star sign, haven't they? So I'm just thinking, talking about appealing to the masses, if you're thinking about doing, I don't know, fates, summer fates, then these would be fantastic for that.
It's great, and to do something that's a little bit different, but it sort of personalises it as well, doesn't it? If it's your star sign, maybe with using your birthstone as well.
Yeah.
Would be brilliant.
That is a really
and like
good
you say,
idea.
to have the DVD as well. And our DVDs are great because it means that you can go back and
Stop
you know,
and start.
you can go at your own pace. Yeah, brilliant.
I totally agree with you there, Jan. It is, they are, I mean, something, once you've mastered those techniques, then you can probably go on and gift itself. I mean, many retailers would charge you certainly tens of pounds. I'm talking sort of 40, 50 pounds for a standard hour-long tutorial DVD. This is pushing 3 hours in total. Again, and it's with one of the most coveted wirework guest designers in the UK, and she is the lovely Alison. Now, all of these pieces you could be creating for just £12.95.
Wow.
Yeah, hang on. £12.95. You're effectively inviting Alison into the comfort of your own home, and you're creating, and there is a certain element of kind of channel setting, am I right in saying that?
There is, just looking at the pieces that Alison was doing there, in some of them she does the channel setting.
Yeah.
And there are different techniques of channel setting. And on the DVD, we show different techniques, but obviously Alison shows the same sort of techniques, but using them in different ways.
Yes.
And that's the thing. It shows that you can take a technique and you can use it in a completely different way.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
for example, I don't know what star sign this is. I'm not very good with my star signs, but this one here, actually, it's not channel setting, but because it's actually just got the one wire, I suppose, but it's still definitely attached. One of the, no, in fact it is, the biggest auction that I've ever done in the history of working with my colleagues, etc. In fact, Emma, you might remember. Do you remember on Rocks where we did those star signs? Don't remember? Was it before you came? Yeah, we had all the different star signs, and they were 11 quartz, clear as day. I can remember it was a simple cabochon, and etched onto the front they were all the different star signs. Thousands went. Thousands. Do you know, I'm going to say it as well, beat Steve on the launch. It was huge because everyone has a star sign, don't they? So it's going to appeal to the masses. Well done. I need to move on. The portfolio bag. These are great. These are. Speaking of Alison, she uses these all the time. When she brings her jewellery here into the studio, she's always got these. And I say these as in multiples. They are great. They're the mini portfolio bag. They were back in stock only a few weeks back, with of course the lovely JM branding, which is great to wipe clean. So they are fabric, but they're kind of cleanable, aren't they? A simple baby wipe. And inside comes with a little handle. Zip open. I'll just move that out of the way. You know, great for your craft fairs, etc. Great for your individual commissions, because if I open this up, not only have you got little individual pockets and compartments, some of them clear, you've also got pockets here. You see that? And you've also got another flip part. Places where you can actually hang items from. Let me just pull that forward. Oh, hang on a second. Because I haven't got any nails anymore now, Jan. I filed them all down. Oh. You've actually got parts where you can hang them down, like so. So, for example, pendants, and little pockets at the bottom here. Our mini portfolio bag, back in stock, and I can remember it arriving back into our warehouse. Hugely, hugely popular. Coming your way. Great for all different things, not just jewellery makers, but also your makeup.
Yep.
Your nail varnishes.
Your holidays. We're all thinking about holidays now, aren't we? So putting your jewellery, holiday jewellery in there. Into your case, job done.
You might be thinking about holidays.
Nice.
I'm not going anywhere this year.
Oh,
that's okay. We've got a little baby coming.
Exciting.
Yeah, we get baby. Might manage to go down to sort of Breen or something like that.
Yeah.
$7.95
Yeah.
So beautifully affordable, and I love the JM branding.
It's really fun, isn't it? And happy and lovely. And if if people are commissioning you for pieces and you're taking samples, what a better way to do it? A professional way of doing it. Keep all your samples together.
Absolutely.
It's great. Or like you say, for makeup, you
Well,
can
you
use
could-
it for anything.
Anything, yeah. The fact that you could just take one, I don't know, paper tag or something like that, do what they call, what's one of those loops where you go back on itself anyway, and just put the net customer name on the front, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Well done. Let's move on. Oh, what a beautiful bundle. Who loves their pastels? Oh, Jan.
Wow.
I want to buy this. Rob, this is really right up my street. I love pretty pastels. I don't think the description... I mean, these are lavender, but you've also got flashes of beautiful sunshine yellows. Let me show you the gemstones first. I'm intrigued by these because they're quartz. 8mm and also 8x5, so more of a rondelle shape. But look at these colours, very distinctive. I actually thought from first glance that they might even be kunzite.
You know, I did. I looked at that colour because it's that colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more of a purpley pink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are
I love
beautiful.
it. I've never seen quartz with this colour before.
They're gorgeous. I like those.
So beautiful, aren't they? But can you see those lovely sort of, just a blush lemon coming through? Not
So
even
pretty.
done with this. We've got so much more. 2 strands, so your 8mm plain round. Oh, I love these. They're so pretty. So pretty and feminine. And also the rondelles there. You've also got all of these gorgeous connectors. Did I leave my velvet? Yes, I did.
You did.
Sorry, Jam.
There you go.
Thank you, my lovely. Okay, so we've also got all of these gorgeous connectors, which I've not seen previously. How many of these? 5. Look at these. You could create a piece of jewellery out of all 5 without any gemstones. So you get 5 of these. Substantial S-hooks. And the texturing here. Plain on the back. So you can always personalise it or stamp onto it. You can patina onto these.
You can patina onto them. You stamp on them. Yeah, they're great. They're lovely, aren't they? You can make bag charms with them.
Bag charms.
Link them together, make bracelets, necklace.
Again, just take one of these as a bail maybe and
Yeah.
just put a little tassel of gemstones at the bottom from that jump ring at the bottom. $11.85, Rob. And we're not stopping there. What a pretty... pretty is the word that I would actually associate to this. And I don't think that does it justice. It is a very, very, very pretty bundle, don't you think? If you adore your kunzites, if you love your morganites, if you love those really sort of princessy tones, I suppose, if you embrace your feminine charms, then this is a bundle that you'll absolutely adore. It's like, I always say kunzite reminds me of Grace Kelly.
Yeah. Elegant and timeless.
Yeah, timeless, sophisticated. And you think, I often do that, you know, I think of emeralds with your, I don't know why, but Angelina Jolie, because she wore some amazing emeralds once on a red carpet. Different gemstones almost have different personalities, don't they? Think about your Hollywood icons, who's Pearl?
Oh gosh, Breakfast at Tiffany's. What?
Audrey Hepburn. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. She is. Yeah, totally agree with you. Michelle, Helen, Claire, Jackie, Jean, Jill, Maureen, Janet and John, Sandra, Claire, Margaret, Charlene, Sue. I love them. I've never seen quartz with this colour previously before. They're so beautiful.
They are
aren't
really
they?
pretty. And they're not a flat colour either, are they?
No.
They're sort of graduated. Each bead has sort of got a graduation of colour on them. They're so beautiful.
So delicate.
Yeah.
They are a delicate. They're not just a lavender. They are a delicate pink, yellow.
And to have the connectors
peach
with it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Love it. Well done. Moving on. Should we bring you some more bundles? Oh, loads and loads and loads of carat weights here. 1, 2, 3. Natural jasper. Hang on. Every time. It has to be. I know, I'm a bit predictable. Just because I think this looks fab. This kind of design.
But that's the thing, if you've got a formula that works, then you're going to stick to it, aren't you? And that looks, that design with those gemstones looks beautiful. I love jasper as well.
Looks amazing. Now jasper is a gemstone that can be dyed, it can be, and dyed this colour in many cases. This is all totally natural. Jasper comes in so many different sort of appearances. There's all different colours. You can have greens, you can have yellows, you can have reds, you can have oranges, you can have pinks, you can have blues even. And also you'll see the formation, some different patternings within jasper. This is fountains of fancy jasper and is over 600 carats, 660 to be exact. Wow, £5.95. I can remember when we first launched sort of our chips and nuggets, and I can remember we were bringing one strand at £5.95. 3 is just absolutely incredible. And like you were saying, Jan, if you've got a formula that works, why would you change it?
Yeah, but that price, yeah. And jasper, like you say, is so beautiful. You've got all those different colours. You've got green, you've got terracottas, reds, beautiful pink blush colour. Oh, yeah, I love it. But that price is just, again...
Well, I'm gonna be... I know that I'm going to be in a lot of maxi dresses this summer. Yeah. A lot of maxi dresses. This is the kind of jewellery which I think goes amazing with a maxi dress. Because that, we're talking about, you know, it's still statement jewellery. It's easy to wear. It's still genuine gemstones without having to buy, you know, your costume jewellery. Which, hey, listen, there is a time and a place when costume jewellery is absolutely appropriate. But as long as we all know that that's not going to, apart from maybe sentimental reasons, it's not going to be of any intrinsic value. This is genuine gemstones, and we've been able to bring it to you way beyond what you can buy. You can expect to pay for costume jewellery. Well done. I can't believe I was talking about costume jewellery, but you know what I'm saying. Moving on. Okay. Is this new? Bless you. Oh, our Emma's got a cold. A bit sniffly, Em. Little bit. Now, ruby, emerald and sapphire. So you're taking 3 of the big 5. Just think this. Colour is king. The more intense those colour saturations are, the more valuable the gemstone actually is, or the gemstones, I should say, in this occasion. Now, brand new, you've got that deep cashmere blue at the bottom. You've got beautiful primary reds here, and energetic Colombian-esque greens. I'm not saying these are Colombian emeralds, but Colombian emerald is famed because it has got a real energy and intensity of colour, teamed with clarity, but I'm not saying that they're Colombian. They've just got that Colombian energy, vivacity. Brand new, never been seen before, 37 carats of natural emerald, sapphire and ruby. You've got 3 gemstones here which generally are expected to have a lot of treatment, and that's absolutely fine. If you're wondering what, does it actually come up with a W next to it? 'Cause okay, sorry. Rob was just saying the emerald is waxed. That's still natural. It's still natural. It's not actually classified as an industry standard treatment. Basically, that means it's nothing's actually altering of the colour in any way, shape or form, or the clarity. It's not stabilising the gemstone. It's just basically for the actual faceting. So it's like water is used to facet most gemstone. The emerald's actually used a bit of wax. And a great way of bringing energy to emeralds, by the way, if you've ever noticed, I own emeralds myself, but if you ever notice they start going a little bit sleepy, a little bit drab, they might need a little bit of a clean, but also just use some Johnson's baby oil on it. And the reason why I'm saying that brand in particular is because it has got the same pH number as emeralds do. Should be £17.95 for totally natural emerald, sapphire and ruby. Consistency and intensity of colour. Wow. £12.95. I mean, what would you do, Jan? What would you ask for any one of those gemstones with the sterling silver shepherd hook earrings, maybe that we brought earlier on today?
Yeah.
Just a couple of those.
It's got to be £25, isn't it?
Surely.
At least £25. Got to be. So if I would buy those, and I would put one of those with a pearl on some sterling silver head pins, and they would be £25, £30.
And as a consumer, if you can imagine that you didn't know about Jewellery Maker right now, and I can remember the day that I discovered this wonderful company. I was like, what on earth, surely? You know, and you kind of think it's too good to be true. Obviously, we know now that it's not. But when you first discover this company, imagine if we hadn't for a second. I know, just for a scary moment. But that's what, as consumers and gemstone lovers and jewellery lovers, we would expect when it comes to your high-end gemstones.
Yeah, and they are high-end. That's so beautiful. And for me, I would buy multiples of these. And if I was at home, these are the sort of strands that I buy all the time to put with the pearls, put into ring designs.
Yeah, just one of them.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You saying that, describing one of those rondelles on a pearl, I can remember the lovely Linda Brumwell made me a pair of earrings, and it was one round cultured pearl, and it had, and she just had a couple of these different. It was a strand like this that she'd actually commissioned it with. She had one emerald, one ruby, one sapphire, just around the top, like kind of in basically in a wrap loop.
Yeah.
Just so it had a beautiful movement.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Perfect. And that's
I love
thinking,
them.
you don't need to do anything fancy with them because they're so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on. Ooh. Findings forms. Now, this is going to make S-hooks. I've got two samples for some reason. Here we go. They're both exactly the same, so obviously. They're from Beadalon, so we actually outsource these because Beadalon is, you know, it's a reputable company when it comes to jewellery making, rather. Jan, you know, you use this to create S-hooks, is that right?
You do. I mean, the shape, you simply go around the little...
It's like a jig, isn't it?
It's exactly what it is, but it's a jig to make a specific shape.
Yeah.
So the little, in the centre point, you've got those two little round sections. You wrap around there, around the larger shape at the top, around the bottom shape, and then back around the other side.
Yeah.
Take that off. Cut off your little ends, and you've got an S shape.
Perfect S shape there. It's sort of like think infinity, the infinity design basically, and that's what an S hook actually is. And there's a picture just there at the top of the screen, as you can see. Also, if I just turn it like so, there are the instructions. So you have got tuition of this and instructions also on the back. It's about creating that same size, that uniformity, which is very, very, very challenging to do. I've never actually seen this before. Beadalon as a brand are very well known. Very, very well known. So you can use all different gauges of wire with this. You know, you're not really restricted. You can use right the way up to probably your 2mm gauge.
And that's the thing, if you make a shape and you've got the thicker gauge, you can hammer it as well, so you can get yourself a texture.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sort of clasps, because essentially you can make clasps with them, you can make links to make chains with them, so you can have that as a pendant drop.
Well, even with our matrix boxes, Jan, where you've got the different types of S-hooks, they're not necessarily the different types of gauges, are they? So this is giving you an opportunity to make it with whatever gauge of wire, basically, or even gizmoed wire and then use to create the S-hook itself. $4.95, you can create your own sterling silver S-hooks. I'm just thinking about, you know, maybe a torque necklace where you've gizmoed loads of coloured wire together, and you don't want to then sort of put a different colour on the back of the S-hook. Then you could actually continue gizmoing, using that gizmo rather, to have that continued S-hook clasp. You've got a sample there, Jan. Are you going to give us a little tutorial?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Whilst you're all dialing through, by the way, for $4.95 only, it's a great bit of kit. Great bit of kit. So you've got a sample there.
Yeah, I'm using 0.6, but I would probably use, 0.6 would be great for a sort of a detail, but 0.8 probably if I was going to sort of hang something from it. And all you need to do is wrap around this little post there. So you wrap
360.
around that. Okay. So you go there, then you go around that top section, and actually this little post there, I think that's actually to help push that down.
Oh, can we show that post again? So it was just
there's a little
there
tube there, and I think that's just to help push the wire down onto there, and then you go around the bottom, that section there, around that one, then around there. You take that off, then you snip off the little section that you don't want there, snip off the little section that you don't want on that side. And then you've got your sort of perfect S-hook shape. This is a 0.6, so it's a bit sort of flimsy looking.
That looks lovely, doesn't it?
But that's the idea and that's the shape. So the thing is, and every time you do it, you're going to get a consistent shape.
Beautiful. Well done, well done, well done. Now, have I got time? Is it time? Okay, now, we talk about opal and we talk about the variations, and it is a conversation which could go on and on and on and on and on. I've been very lucky to meet probably the most influential individual of opals on this planet, and that is Andrew Cody. If you've not heard of him, by the way, I would and you love opal, I would recommend getting his book. It's very easy to read and gives you all the different varieties and variations of this gemstone and also the different localities. Now, whilst he isn't any part in Mexican opal, he will certainly be excited about this opportunity for you, because it's so exceedingly rare to get coloured opal, which you might go, well, hang on a second, Al, this is white, bear with me. Coloured opal, which has got a very definite, consistent body colour. So think about blue opal, pink opal, whatever colour it is, and it be, by the way, totally and utterly natural. This is an example of opal with a consistent colour, but also a very definite and crisp, kind of like linen white. It's your star buy, all the way from Mexico, and I'm delighted to be able to bring it to you. It's coming up after this. Oh, Ryan, you know I love you. You know I do. It was a general question. I'm really excited to bring this to you because I'm trying to recall desperately, and I have got a good memory in actual fact for when it comes to gemstones and auctions and sort of past experiences, and even customers even that I've spoken to or had the chance of working with, and I don't recall ever me being able to bring you white opal. Now, the other day I brought you black opal, which was amazing, absolutely incredible. Bought it myself, all but sold out. But this is the polar opposite of that. Now, totally and utterly brand spanking new. It's from a location, if you're thinking, oh, Mexico. You'd be forgiven for thinking, well, I didn't know Mexico actually produced opal. Well, actually, it's become hugely successful as a location. And it's because there is one deposit, one seam, I suppose, which is producing some amazing quality. But can I just go back to the reality that this is effectively a coloured opal? I know white's not a colour, but I'm just talking about the body colour itself. And it is so incredibly consistent across the entirety of the strand. Just look how crisp that white is. And it's totally and utterly natural. This is not enhanced in any way, shape or form. Really pioneering the fact that we have got from that mountainous range and there's different mines actually in Mexico, but they tend to be in the mountainous range similar to your sort of Ethiopia and also with Australia. Of course, the silica spheres trap within the host rock, those crevices, so kind of understandable that they are mountainous range. But there is a specific cradle in that location which is producing and unearthing some amazing and very exciting opportunities. This, I've not ever seen natural opal which has got that very definite uniform colour across the entirety of every single one of those gorgeous rondelles. Now, so I've put myself a little prompter, I guess, on my notes, which we do, as you can imagine. I'm talking for 5 hours, and we do a lot of research throughout the course of the week as well. And I put a note to myself: ask yourself, how often do we see Mexican opal? And ask yourself how often we see white opal. The rarity is answered in that very question, isn't it? We simply don't. I've never ever had an experience before of being able to bring you such a beautiful, crisp, linen-like quality and it not be enhanced in any way, shape or form. Most of those mines, like I said, we were talking about Mexican opal, and whilst there is about 100 mines in that locality, within that region, most of them actually are closed. So it might be one of those locations, I don't know for certain, which similarly to your Ethiopian opal is becoming ever more scarce. I don't know for certain, but if I think about my experiences and my time here at Jewellery Maker, I don't know if I've ever brought you Mexican opal previously before. I don't know. I certainly know I've never brought you natural white. Let's bring that price in for you. Wow, $17.95. It's opal is an exciting gemstone, and there's so many different variations. So you think about the black opal that we saw last week. I mean, look how polar opposite they are, quite literally. You think about mosaic opal, boulder opal. You think about your coloured opals, which sometimes they are treated, that's fine, but these are natural. You think about jelly opal, crystal opal, and then there's all the variations of play of colours. It is a big, broad gemstone in terms of what different looks you can get. But I'll say it again, this is single-handedly the only white opal that I've seen, or the only white opal I've ever seen. Leave it at that. Do you agree, Jan? Have you ever?
I've never seen white opal before.
Not with such a crisp linen colour.
No, that is absolutely beautiful, and like you say, the colour on it is just.
Yeah.
It's mesmerising, really, isn't it? You can't stop looking at it.
No, I'm just trying to think now. If you think about our sort of nuggets of opal, sometimes we've got strands of nuggets where you might have sort of creamy colours, a little bit more...
Not like this.
Mucky looking. They've still got play of colour, still beautiful, don't get me wrong, but not a crisp linen white. You know, we've got one other cabochon, Rob is saying. Is there really a cabochon? 20 carats... and it's $21.95. Has it got that linen colour? Oh, I'd be getting that as well.
Yeah, together, beautiful.
Get them together. But more affordable for you, 56 carats here, and the rondelles, £17.95. I mean, how few white gemstones are there out there? Let's name a few. Pearls. They can be bleached as well to get that crisp white body colour. I'm not saying how light because it's not a white gemstone. Help me out here.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
It is difficult. White gemstones. Why am I so stumped by it? I'm not talking colourless. White gemstones. I'm absolutely bamboozled by it. There's very few, isn't there? If you can think of any right now, it might just be me with my baby brain, but I can't think of a single other crisp white. I'm not talking ones which have got, you know, not like magnesite,
no,
not like howlite, because they've got matrix, haven't they? They've got a formation within, they've got webbing. A definite white, all the way through. Okay, quartzite can be dyed to a definite white. I can't think of another one. I can't think of another one. Peter, hello to you. Joanne, Anne, Diane, Helena, hello to you. Vilma, Kathleen, Mary, Justin, hello to you. Jeanette, Stuart, hello to you. Norma, Karen, Michelle, hello to you. Carol, Pauline, another Anne, Barbara, Irene, you're with me as well. Many more. Congratulations. I've never seen anything like it. It's a shining example, and you can see, look at that lustre. Shining example of how opal is one of the most surprising of gemstones, and just how different it looks. Just beautiful. Well done. Okay, moving on to... Love these. These are stunning. Haven't seen them in ages. Oh, multicoloured pyrite. It's all about the lustre. They are rondelles faceted, and just a couple of these, maybe as an alternative to some of your spaces if you wanted to keep it sort of very gem exclusive. These are fantastic. I love them just on memory wire. I think they look amazing on memory wire, just sort of as a wraparound piece. 50 carats. It's all about the sparkle. It's all about the gorgeous colours. You've got greens, pinks, yellows, blues. As you can see across the entirety, pastel tones, again we were talking about that, so this along with that quartzite bundle, the quartz bundle that you saw earlier on, if you wanted to enhance and encourage out those pinks, they'd be amazing. Use those pink pyrite, use it alongside the white opal that you just saw.
They're great, aren't they? And to have that graduation of the colours as well, you can just take out a little section,
Yeah.
couldn't you? Put it into
Yeah.
a ring, put it into earrings.
Great for your
Lovely.
channel setting too, wouldn't they, Jan?
Perfect.
Because they're the right size.
Perfect for channel setting.
And the fact that you are getting so many different colours. I mean, if you were to buy, how many colours are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 different colours. That's 4 different strands, effectively. You can see the length of it, 36 centimetres. Pyrite is a genuine gemstone, and this is actually then being coated across the surface. It's one of the most lustrous of your gemstones. So just because it's coated doesn't mean that you're going to be losing that lustre, as you can see. $6.95 only. Fantastic. I love them just on memory wire. I think they look beautiful on memory wire.
They do. They're really lovely, really sparkly as well, aren't they? And they're just on their own, something really simple. It does it, doesn't it? Because they're just gorgeous.
They really do. Look how lovely that is. Maybe if you wanted to create sort of stacker rings, which are absolutely bang on trend right now, aren't they?
You could do that with elastic, couldn't you?
Could do that with
And
stretchy
then you can just wear
stretchy.
them, you know, in different sort of combinations.
So lovely. Well
Gorgeous.
done. Well done. Well done. Ooh, shall I bring you some the most colourful mineral on the planet? Yes, let's do it. All about the colour. It's going to be huge this year, don't you think? Because of the pastels again. We're going back to the pastel palettes. Roll on spring and summer. Roll on. Although then I might be wanting the cold weather because I'll be like that. Oh, we've got aircon here, haven't we now? That's okay then. Right, look at these. You've got 2 gorgeous strands. Top jeweled marquise. These are exciting. Got zebra fluorite in there, talking about the banding itself, the striping itself, different colours. Look at that. So you've got greens, yellows, pinks, purples.
Great petals.
Amazing petals.
Perfect for petals, aren't they?
Oh, a lovely bib-like design.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. And again,
Really
you've got the
lovely.
rounds to be the centre,
Yeah.
haven't you? Should be £10.90. How about less than £4 a strand? For marquise, because of those dramatic angles, that it's one of the most wasteful, therefore costly cuts to actually commission in a gemstone because of the angles. So $7.95 for both of these is absolutely incredible. Fluorite feast, it is a feast, isn't it? Pastel hues. It always reminds me of a Monet painting when I see this gemstone.
Yeah, the colours are just beautiful, aren't they? Like you say, it's very sort of like water lily and that sort of
Very
pretty
subtle,
flowers. Yeah,
dainty,
gorgeous.
I suppose. Gorgeous, gorgeous gemstone, and totally and utterly natural, by the way. This gemstone literally does fluoresce under fluorescent lighting, hence the name. Gorgeous gem. And again, one you see it may be in 1 hour showcases from time to time. Well done, well done. Moving on to... Silver-plated copper. You've got 50 pairs here, Jan.
Wow.
50 pairs, that's 100 in total. Of your shepherd hook, shall I pick one up? Come on, okay. I won't pick that one up because he's attached. There we go. Look at the, this might sound a bit daft, but look at the elongation at the back. So the actual shepherd hook, just how dramatic it is at the back. That's a big plus point, and I certainly look at it when I'm making my jewellery and when I'm buying jewellery also. Just because if you put a heavy weight on the front, obviously physics itself will naturally sort of, imagine this is the tweezers in the ear, naturally it'll sort of tilt it forward given the weight, with the actual weight of the gemstones. With that dramatic addition of the precious metal at the back and the fact that it has got that, well, extra distance, I suppose, it's going to hold those shepherd hooks into place. I myself have been caught out with shepherd hook earrings where they've literally fallen out because they've rocked forward because the actual weight itself. So substantial. You're getting 100 in total, which is 50 pairs, 20 by 10 millimeters for $4.95. I can't do that maths, Rob. Can you do that maths for me? I'm glad I didn't quote you then. 10 pence a pair.
Wow, it's amazing. And I like it. I like the simple design of it. Because sometimes you want a fancy shepherd hook, sometimes you want a simple shepherd hook. If you've got a sort of intricate design pair of earrings, sometimes you just want something simple to hang them from.
Yeah, I
so
agree
they don't
with you there.
detract from the actual design
I
itself.
agree.
So something like this is perfect. And that's why it's always good to have a selection of different designs in your stash.
I totally agree with you, and yeah, that really makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not something I've thought about just recently. Yeah, absolutely. Like earlier on, we had the embellished sterling silver shepherd hooks,
Pretty.
and that you'd make a feature of that,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Whereas these, it would be maybe be more about the feature of the actual design itself. Got to move on. Well done. And great for those that are starting off. Earrings
Yeah.
are so easy to make. They're probably the biggest piece of jewellery that I make, or the
And they're
highest
probably the
quantity.
first thing that a lot of people make. The first thing I made was a pair of earrings.
Yeah, me too. Was it? No, I don't think it was. I think I went all out into maybe a wire necklace thing, and everybody laughed at it.
Oh.
Sorry, what did you say? I know. These are absolutely incredible. I own this strand. I don't mind if you go lower, Rob. My exact words were, I think this is the best quality diamond strand that we've ever brought you. That's why I've bought it myself. These are bicones. And just look at the sparkle and the brilliance. 3 carats in total. You know, normally I wouldn't. We've brought you diamonds before where they're different colours, where they're different cuts, where they're rough as well, or where they're rough nuggets, absolutely fine. I've got the final 6. Look at that brilliance. Of course, think about the 4 C's, your cut, your colour, your clarity, and your carat weight. So let's go through that. Carat weight firstly, 3 carats, that's substantial. Very few people in the world could say that they own 3 carats of diamonds. Let's then go on to the cut. Well, these are bicones. I mean, bicones is, you're going to see an abundance of luster across the exterior of the gemstone. But then, is that going to add to the brilliance? Well, that kind of also depends on the clarity. Well, the fact that even in soft focus, where we were actually sort of, the screen actually went a little bit fuzzy there, you're seeing that fantastic paparazzi flash. Let's show you that there. Wow, paparazzi flash. So yes, the clarity there is there, and also so is the quality of that cut. We should be bringing this to you at £147.95, but I think you're right, Rob. I don't think I did pay that price point. But you know what? I don't care. I've got this, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the quality. I'm waiting for something to actually arrive here at Jewellery Maker before I make my necklace with it. You might know what that is. What was that? Yeah, Rob guessed it straight away. Do you know what it is, Jan?
What's that, sorry? What you're waiting for?
Let's just say very, very, very luxurious findings. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yes, yes. Oh gosh, I can't wait for those.
Yes, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Just the quality of these diamonds are amazing. I've got the last 6. Now, yes, it is more of a considered purchase. When you actually put it all into perspective, though, you know, not for what you're actually about to acquire. I mean, this is investment heirloom jewellery right now.
I've got this strand as well.
Have you? You've got it too. It's amazing. And Jan, do you
Beautiful.
agree? This is the best. I think this is the best strand.
For definite. It's so
Of
beautiful.
diamonds?
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And I've got a couple of strands of diamonds, and I never thought I'd be able to say that. But
No.
but yeah, I haven't really done anything with mine yet because I just keep looking at them. And
Yeah.
they're just so beautiful.
I don't even know if I'm going to. I might even buy the components, and some of you might have clicked what we're talking about. It's a surprise, so I can't let the cat out of the bag. But I'm waiting for something in particular, very, very luxurious findings, and I'm going to probably take this to my local jeweller who'll do something amazing with it. Get these home, use that 30-day money-back guarantee, see the brilliance, see the fire, see the clarity, see the quality of the cut, and so obviously marvel in the carat weight. Well done. Now, you do need to check out if you've got it in your basket, because I have got telephone bidders there as well. That's a third off the price tag.
That's an amazing price.
And as a member of staff, an employee, I'm pretty sure I didn't pay that price. I'm pretty certain. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Just don't miss out. Just don't miss out. I don't know if we're going to be able to bring diamonds like that again.
They are beautiful.
They are fantastic. I wonder how many. Hannah, well done. You've got yours. Susan, well done. You've definitely got yours. I've got web bidders there as well. Leicestershire and Isabel. To a couple of opportunities now. Moving on to... Have I got Larimar? Oh, wow, 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 wow. I launched this, didn't I? I think I did. Oh, okay, there was this and another one. I launched the other one. There was 2 strands of Larimar, which is some of our finest, you know, very, very, very high carat weights. And really substantial gemstones now from one location, the Dominican Republic, and if ever a gemstone was to emulate the beauty of its location, it's this, don't you think? So amazingly Caribbean-esque. Larimar is one of the gemstones that we can't actually predict how much is left. So there's no way of saying how long we've got of mining Larimar because the seams just come to a very abrupt end. It's because the gemstone often forms through previous volcanic movement, if you like, and then just come to a very considerable end. All the gases and chemicals that trap within that location, obviously over years, form this fantastic gemstone, the gemstone of the sea. It was often believed to have been a gemstone offered by the sea. We should be bringing it to you at £77.95. That's our should be price, which is absolutely incredible. If you've ever been to the Caribbean or the Dominican Republic specifically, this gemstone is actually often retailed at a much higher price tag than that. $59.95 last in stock though. Months can go past before I bring you this gemstone again, and that's the reality. And I'm not just talking here. Months and months and months can go past. Totally and utterly natural. You can understand why people thought when it was first discovered it was an offering of the sea, can't you? It has got that oceanic like appearance. And again, who knows? We talk about tanzanite being less than, we think, decades away from actually depletion or running out. This could be even closer than that. Who knows? Who knows? Larimar, it just rolls off the tongue, this gorgeous gemstone. And again, you want to have those aquatic blues. You will have gorgeous formations. It has got similarities, I suppose, to a turquoise, isn't it?
It has, but it's so beautiful, isn't it? And for me, I'll just take one of those large gemstones, put it on some silver chain. Yeah. And that, for me, that would be a finished piece of jewellery. That's it.
I totally agree with you there, Jan. I would be doing exactly the same. And one of my previous American customers, who I'm still in contact with, actually said to me when I was doing a showcase of Larimar, they said, Elena, lives in Miami, by the way, so goes across, lucky enough to be able to pop across, as you do. You know, we go to like Bognor or something like that. Love Bognor, nothing wrong with Bognor. But she managed to just pop across to the Caribbean. And she was saying, Eleanor, I can't buy half that carat weight, as an example, at anywhere near that prices, direct from the location. So well done, well done, well done, well done. Now, this was going to be your deal of the day. It's been the deal of the day previously before. So this specific strand was sourced, recognised for its amazing quality. Right, that's a special allocated auction.
So beautiful, isn't it?
We've got what's left. These are marquise stroke rice bead shape. Do you know what I'm talking about? So you've got that very dramatic marquise I was talking about just moments ago, how it's the most wasteful and the most considered cut in terms of expense because of the very dramatic angles. But then add to that, and it's been faceted 360 degrees all the way around. Look at that sparkle. Totally and utterly natural and absolutely stacked on this strand, aren't they? Wow. Just one of those in a pair, those shepherd hook earrings that you had earlier on.
Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. And the light's going to sort of just envelop it, isn't it, and just go through. It's beautiful. I'm kind of thinking, I was like, oh, a chandelier. You know, you see a chandelier and you see it sparkling, and I was like, you know what, a chandelier is not going to be as sparkly as these. So then I was thinking, okay, what else has got facets or angles all the way around? I was like, okay,
think of a disco ball and the performance of light and how it actually works, the method of a disco ball, that's what the faceting that you're going to get across these. So beautiful. I'm running out of time, so I need to move in as quickly as I possibly can. On the launch, $19.95. We're honouring the launch price. Grab it whilst you can. Wow. Do you agree with me, Jan? You don't need to complicate designs. We're going back to what you were saying before with those shepherd hook earrings, Yeah,
and that's it. Just those on the shepherd hook. Perfect pair of earrings. So you don't have to complicate it. That faceting and that beauty of that gemstone does it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They are gorgeous.
If you really wanted to invest in something fabulous, maybe for bridal jewellery or... a few of my friends are getting married this year.
Beautiful. Again, great petals.
Oh, they'd be amazing petals.
So you could make that as a ring or a centrepiece to a necklace. Would
tiaras,
look stunning.
hair combs?
Tiaras would be fabulous in tiaras.
They would be. Now, are these drilled? Hang on, let me just see. They're drilled at the top as well, so they don't have to be inverted, as in pointing down. You could actually put these upwards as well.
They would look beautiful in a headpiece, wouldn't they?
Talk about adding the diamond sparkle without the expense.
Or if you've got a lovely, pretty lamp in your bedroom, you could just put a string of those around the bottom, and when the light's on, the light would just shine through.
You'd probably see the fire, the spectrum, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't they?
Just incredible. Patricia, Gillian, Maureen, Mary, Hazel, Janet, Joe, Lincolnshire. Well done to every single one of you. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Moving on. All of these. Separate auctions though, surely. I know they're all together, but they shouldn't be all together, should they? They're really long strands. Where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start? Different shapes too, so I love this. Variation. Our quality labradorite with the variation of cuts here. It's a pack of 3. So you've got your faceted briolette drops here. Look at that labradescence. Oh, how many carats have we got here? 109 carats, totally and utterly natural. Then we've got your rondelles, just here. 127 carats in total. And last but by no means least, you've also got the lovely pears. Again, they are actually checkerboard faceted across the exterior, so you're going to see all of that luster. Gosh, do you see the pinks there? How many carats we got there? 94. Totaling 330 carats. Great way of starting working with this gemstone, because you've got such a combination of all the different shapes and sizes which do work lovely with one another.
And that's the thing, if you've got a pack like that, all the same gemstone, you know they're all going to go together. You haven't got to think about putting colours together. Concentrate on the design.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The work's done for you, really, isn't it? Or as much work as possible. Should be £37.95. Now, wait, that's working out already at less than, what, £13 each?
Wow.
How about we bring it to you at less than £10 per strand? Natural Indian labradorite, gorgeous labradescence. So again, blues, golds, coppery tones, greens, pinks, purples. Just gorgeous. What would you do with this, Jan?
Oh gosh, what wouldn't you do with it? It's stunning, isn't it? Again, I think of
There's a really good answer. What couldn't you do with it, Elle?
Yeah.
What couldn't you do with it? Earrings,
anything.
A pendant.
Think of a piece of jewellery. You could sort of, that could do it for you. Earrings, necklaces,
tiaras,
rings.
Bridal jewellery.
Make great rings, make great centerpieces.
Wire wrap one, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. It will go into any sort of design.
Even stretchy bracelets you could do with these, because you've got the rondelles, couldn't you? Absolutely amazing. I'm not surprised you're multi-buying. It's only the second chance I've been able to bring you labradorite today. First one sold out. If you manage to get hold of those labradorite cabochons, again, this is a great way of having that whole exclusive gemstone in one piece.
That'd be beautiful.
Oh, can you imagine?
Having the cabochon and then having the neck piece just to hang that from. Oh,
that would be. Oh, I like that. Did you just kind of do a little woof?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Jan just woofed. I totally agree. It would be a woof, babe. Irene, Sandra, hello to you. Sarah Jane, Mary, Alicia, you've got yours as well. Less than £10. Don't forget to check out as well your white opal. Again, that would look fantastic with these.
Beautiful.
Absolutely incredible, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But everything we've had on today has just been phenomenal. Hasn't
Amazing, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
well, Rob's words when we came in. In fact, when we worked together last, actually, Rob, you were like, "Oh my gosh, the show, Monday's show is absolutely amazing."
And it has been, isn't it?
I think we've delivered, don't you? I think so. And certainly the deals, congratulations. Stay where you are on those phone lines. I'm not parting with those. They're going on my T-bar right here alongside my gorgeous clear quartz. Please do check out. Now, we'll be losing our Freeview viewers until later on. So tune in on the web because there's so much more to bring you, including the Wall of Fame.
We are live every